Yes, we're live. Rogin, my special guest, Rogin Kim.
Hello. Hi.
I don't know if
Hello.
I have an applause button. I don't know if it's working right now, so I got to manually.
Is it? Did you push it?
I gotta set it up.
I'm just imagining. Yeah, they hear it. There's the whole setup here. I think it's.
Yeah,
it can't be for nothing.
It updated today, and it totally threw my stuff off.
Oh, bro. All right. Well, happy to be here.
Yeah,
on the
good to have you here.
hamcast.
Yeah, good to have you on the hamcast.
I don't know if my face being. It's okay. My face is being blocked by my face, so you
Oh,
pretty
yeah.
much know what I look like without. Oh shit. Okay, there you go. Oh, there you go. It's side by side. Yeah. Well, it's great to be here on the
Yeah, you don't have to lean in as
hamcast.
much. Oh, wait.
I don't have to lean. You know,
Yeah, not as
should I?
much.
Am I in camera? Am I in focus? Am I in frame? I just want to make sure I'm in the frame. If you guys can see my face, can you see my face besides the still of my face? My regular face. Can you guys? Hello? Is anybody? Is there anybody out there, or is this just? I don't think I'm gonna go.
When I tested the mic, 2 people came in right away.
Oh really?
Yeah.
You were like, hello, Mike, and then
I'm
people.
hoping.
How can you tell when they're coming in?
There's a little eye.
Oh, the eyes. Okay,
See the
so for
eye
now,
in the
so
chat?
for now, I don't even need to. I can
You
just
see
phone
the
it
eye?
in. Yeah, I
Yeah.
see the eye.
Yeah.
Does the eye see me? So I could just phone it in until we see someone come in, and then I'll be like, "Hey, everybody!"
Yeah. Well,
Right?
no, you
Does
can't
that-
actually. You
Why?
can't because there's so much of a delay.
Oh shit! So,
So,
at any moment they could be
Uh,
watching.
They could be watching
come
any
out, you're
moment,
completely
and you don't know it.
have to
And
be.
it's so if you're just sitting
Oh my
there
God.
like,
Yeah, then they're like, you can't
Then-
just like pick your
then
nose.
it's like,
and
oh,
shit.
we got somebody, but no, they've already left
Or you
because you bored them to death already.
So before you even see that they came and were bored, they already left. They are already bored. and
Yeah.
left. So you have to assume
Yeah.
at all times there's people about to be bored.
Yeah, they're about to be
people
bored
at any
yeah.
moment. You have to be
and
continuously.
it's really easy to
entertaining.
bore them. Yeah,
I get. I mean,
Like-
come on. There's so much shit in the world. Why would you need? Why would you want to watch
you
this?
could just say the wrong word like tank,
Uh huh.
and someone will leave.
Why would they hate that? Why would they not?
That tank? Oh, great, he said tank. That's so boring. And then they'll leave.
Just because you said the word tank,
Yeah.
that
Or-
they've
or-
already left.
I mean,
mean,
that's
what-
very specific, but
Uh-huh.
like, I feel like politics send people leaving pretty fast.
Any mention of politics?
Yeah, any mention of politics.
Like politics are bad.
Yeah,
about that.
politics are bad.
So any kind of. All right. All right. Well, tank politics, especially bad. That's really a big turnoff for people. They like you start talking about tank politics, and you know they'll leave in droves.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Tank
Great.
politics.
Well, it's great to be here on the delectable or the hamcast. Wait. So breakdown. What is your delectable ham? Oh, is my see? That's why I was leaning in. Should I?
Oh,
be,
okay.
should I
Well,
be...
you stopped leaning in though.
Oh, wow. Okay. Oh, do I have to lean the whole time?
No, you don't have to. It's probably picking up fine. I did this last time and it was fine.
Should we spend the whole stream just
Yeah.
trying to figure out if
Yeah, that's what I did. That's what I did with Nicole. We just spent the whole stream. And I was
just trying to figure out how if that,
I was like, no,
do you,
speak here.
how many do you not have guests on this? How did that one turn out?
Nicole's was
Yeah.
good.
I mean, could you hear?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, so
you
it
can
was-
hear
it was
fine.
fine.
It was fine.
So
and
it
even
was
she
good.
had that huge llama head.
Oh right, she was speaking
Mask-
through it, so I don't
mask
have to do
on.
this. I don't have to be like a rapper.
No,
and
you
be
don't
like,
have to do
oh,
that.
Oh, that's right.
It's
Come on,
cool.
hit me
It
with the
looks
beat.
cool.
Hit me
Yeah,
with it. Yeah,
it
hit me.
sounds- it
Well, you
sounds
can't really see because my face. It looks like I'm just talking to my face over there. It looks like I'm just like, "What's up, me? How you doing?" That was, I think that was like 10 years ago. Maybe I need to update that picture. All right, so I'm here.
Was that a
on
good
the-
haircut? Because you're getting your haircut with the apron. The
Yeah, it looks like I'm getting my haircut in a green screen place. No, I was just I was working on a friend's. He's doing like a short film or something, and they need stand-ins for lighting or whatever. So
you were there.
Yeah, I was
And
working on it, and then I was the stand-in whatever they needed a head to light. So I took a picture of it, and I just used that picture
Oh, they needed a head.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, to
Oh, okay.
to light the scene.
Oh, that makes sense then. That's cool. All right.
So tell me, what is this ham? Well, it's delectable ham. What's the deal with the ham?
Is I was in a video game, an Xbox podcast. Do you need a napkin?
No, do you?
No. I was in an Xbox podcast and I would troll in there.
Uh-huh.
And
Wait, what's an X? What do you mean? Like it's a podcast about Xbox?
Oh, I'm sorry. I said that wrong. It was an IGN Xbox podcast, podcast unlocked.
Uh-huh.
And I was in the Facebook group, and I would troll in the Facebook group.
Uh-huh.
So like when it would get boring or something, I would say ham, and then it became like a running joke, and I'd try to fit ham in everywhere I could to make jokes and stuff.
Uh-huh.
And then my gamer tag became Delectable Ham.
Uh-huh.
So then it just became a username.
So the ham, it just became part of your.
Yeah, I lost all my followers, but
Right, but you
I'm
kept
still
the
ham.
ham,
I
you
kept
kept
the. I had to keep the ham.
You're the same ham you ever were.
The same ham I
Same
was
ham,
back
man.
then.
All right.
I
So
mean,
now here you are with the
now
casting.
I'm casting the hams,
Uh-huh.
and yeah, that's great. Yeah, I love it.
And it just was like a random word you like to just fit into things?
Yeah.
Or was there something about ham?
Have
you gone through this already?
There's something about ham that's funny. That's funny to
Ham
me.
is funny to you? What
It's
is it?
a-
What is?
it's
Yeah, I
a-
guess it is.
it's
It
a-
is funny.
It's like a funny word, and it's
Ham.
it's a different food.
What do you mean
You
different?
know, it's like it's a specific food. It's a pork. It's a cured pork
Sure is.
that
Well,
and it also has a double meaning. It means, you're kind of like an outgoing, like, attention seeker.
Oh, like a ham, yeah.
You're a
Yeah,
ham,
yeah,
so
yeah,
it
yeah,
has
ham
that
over there,
double
yeah.
meaning.
Well, there's a triple meaning. You go ham. Right?
Go-
you
go
that's what
ham.
the kids say, yeah, it's going ham.
Oh yeah, go
Yeah,
hard.
yeah,
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 yeah. Okay, triple meaning. Yeah,
dude,
so
triple, yeah, dude. There you go.
yeah. So
Great. Well, great origin story. You told me.
It has a lot of meaning behind it.
Yeah, because there's great detailed history
Sentimental.
behind. I wasn't ready for a novel. Jesus. So you like ham? Do you like it? Do you like to eat ham?
ham? Nah, I don't.
You don't even like to
Nah,
eat it.
I don't like it.
Holy
No.
shit.
No, yeah,
Yeah.
it's good. I don't eat it often though. Yeah, you would
whoa.
think I would be eating it.
Yeah, you would
but,
think
yeah.
that more people.
I probably shouldn't have said that.
That one
It's not.
person's. You're probably.
Oh yeah,
one-
I lost
one
him.
person
Yeah, he
or-
heard.
yeah.
That's what happens. See,
Well,
you'll
stay
just be
ham.
talking and you'll be too truthful. You'll say you don't even like ham, and then they'll be like, "This guy's a fraud. This
Right.
guy's a fucking fraud."
Or a LARP. The kids say LARP.
A LARP.
He's a LARP.
Oh,
he's a
okay.
LARP.
Yeah,
He's a LARP.
I'm a LARP.
Like
Yeah. They'll think I'm a
Uh,
LARP,
You're like, he's a fucking LARP.
but
dude.
no, I'm the OG ham.
But
So-
he's like, yeah, he's actually been
From, like-
ham from what? 2012,
12,
man.
2012.
Are you kidding? Obama years.
Yeah, the Obama years.
Obama years, hardcore.
I was ham.
Okay.
Yeah.
And Obama probably didn't like ham.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if he did, but I'm
He hates
assuming he
ham. doesn't
like pork.
No, he hates it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think he likes it,
No, I don't either.
even though it's delicious.
I know he's
Great politics.
Oh, yeah, we lost-
can't talk
we
politics.
lost the
Yeah,
viewer.
can't talk
We lost the
yeah.
viewer,
We
but-
lost the one person watching.
see, you don't know. You gotta be so aware. You gotta
have
be
to constantly be
hyper
on.
aware.
It's
You
kind
say
of like,
Obama doesn't like ham, and
Right.
you lose them.
You might
lose them all.
or you might not lose them because you said it. You just don't know actually unless they type.
You don't
and tell
know,
you,
yeah.
Unless they actually.
you just know the hot button topics that you gotta stay away from.
Which is what, like politics.
Politics,
race,
specific
religion,
things,
specific
like
things.
tanks and hams.
So you have to be very
religion.
general about everything. You have to just speak generally about things.
Just
You
have
can't
to-
ever mention any objects. You have to be like,
Yeah,
I like
yeah.
solids.
You never.
I like solids. Things that are solid are interesting to me.
Yeah.
And we keep this up.
I like physical matter.
Yeah,
You
I'm
know?
really into. Well, you
whatever
can't. I
physical
don't want to
matter.
trigger anybody. Say I like it. Well, he's gone. All right.
That's it.
All right. Well, this has been great. Thanks everybody for coming by.
No, I'm back.
Hamcast.
I'm back.
Oh,
I'm back.
Welcome
I'm
to
back.
episode 2.
Yeah.
Episode 2 of the Hamcast has just started. We were just talking about the origins of ham,
So,
and now. Oh, I'm sorry.
Did you have anything that you wanted to talk about?
Yeah. Is that why you invited me here? To talk about something? Let's see. What can we talk about? Well,
Did you have anything on your mind? We're coming here.
That's good.
Okay.
I was thinking about interview styles, and funny you should mention that. You know, like I think really good one is to just ask the person you're interviewing, like, what do you? You got anything? Do you want to come over and then just like come up with something? And then the interview's like, whoa, the people at home are like, holy shit, we didn't even think. Whose show is this? They would ask, you know, which I think you want from the.
Well, Eric.
Yeah, all right, go ahead. You got something?
I told some people. I told some people already that you're into Bitcoin.
Oh shit. Okay.
And you're
you told
in
some
the.
people?
Yeah, I told a bunch of people.
You just told.
that
Okay.
Yeah, just.
Okay. Sure.
Yeah.
I'm into Bitcoin. Yes, I like.
And,
I'm into Bitcoin. Yes. Okay. You want me to just start talking
And,
about
and
Bitcoin?
you're in the triple elite
yeah, triple
memes.
elite memes. I got a
Okay, so
shirt
it's
on
not.
here.
I don't
got
know if it's a
shirt on
secret.
here. No, it's not a secret.
Okay.
I mean, it's silly. It's a bunch of internet people. I mean, that's Bitcoin Twitter. I think one of the. I don't know where to even start. I think where to start is maybe around. For most people, maybe 2020 was the last time people started asking themselves, you know, what's money, right? Like, what is money? What is this thing?
2020.
Yeah, when the lockdowns happened and they started just printing money and
okay,
just
yeah.
giving it to everybody and whatever, you know, at least for me.
Yeah.
I think the first time I ever really asked it was the financial crisis. But at the time, I was like a grad student. I was taking student loans out. I was like none of it meant anything to me. So I was like not even thinking about it.
Yeah.
You know, and I did buy Bitcoin like pretty early, 2014, 2015. Because I heard about it, but I had no idea what it was. So for me, it was just something you could make more money on. And then I ended up selling it, however much I had. I just sold it because I was moving here. That was before like the price pumped and everything. You know, like, 'cause I had no idea about cycles. I didn't know about anything.
Oh wow.
And then it wasn't until.
But did you really need that money though? That Bitcoin money?
Yeah.
You had to. So
I mean,
yeah,
I had to sell it. I'd sell it, and I didn't understand. You know, I didn't understand why I should have held on to it or whatever. Right? Like, but I think that's just natural. I think it's all part of like, you know, they say you buy Bitcoin at the price you deserve, right? Like it's a learning curve. It's like a learning curve of figuring out what it even is. So I think 2020, I started thinking about like, what is money? Just like, what the fuck is it? Like, what is this idea that you print it? Like, what even does it mean? Especially since I think most of my life, like my dad was super into money. He was like an 80s Republican guy. He was super into like business and fucking, you know what I mean? It was like
okay. I didn't know that.
Like, yeah, really like, he was like a real estate guy and just like liked money, right? Like, so that made me kind of almost like anti-money, where I just didn't care about, I just would spend money like crazy. I didn't care about it. Like, I didn't give a fuck about anything. I didn't even, it just, to me, it was like meaningless. And then at some point you realize, okay, it's not totally
so
one.
Did you kind of rebel against your dad in a way?
Yeah.
Just kind of like, oh, he's so.
Yeah, he cares so much about money. I'm gonna not care about money, right? Like,
yeah.
But in the end, I think I realized, oh, this is only hurting me, right? Like, cause then I have no money, and I still don't understand what it is. So I think I just started reading about it and trying to understand. I think first I want to understand like markets, because like anybody else, even if you don't understand money, I think everybody intuitively understands that you gotta keep making more of it. Like, you can't just hold on to it, right? You have to invest and try to play this game where you fucking keep making more and more money, because something's wrong, right? Something's wrong with money. For some reason, we all need to play in the markets and play in order to make more money, right? Like
Right.
So I think I started learning about markets and what that was. But then it made me more and more think about like, what is money? So I started, I think that's how I started reading about like gold and like how gold was money and about fiat and the difference between gold and fiat and the gold bugs and stuff. And I think from there, it kind of led me back to Bitcoin again, about like what Bitcoin was. And I think that that's sort of when it started clicking, like, oh, okay, this makes more sense. What it actually it's not something to make more money. It is money. Like, so in the end, you know what I mean? Like, if you price everything in dollars and you're saying, oh, it's good or bad because it goes up or down in value in dollars, you're using a broken measuring stick to measure the thing.
Mm-hmm.
So it doesn't matter. It's impossible to make a rational judgment on something that's continually fluctuating. So the value of the dollar is never, it's just up to the banks to print money, right? Or the government or whoever, like, to basically debase the currency.
But you always have to compare it to something to give it value, right?
Right. I mean, everything has a measurement, but imagine if I gave you a ruler, but the ruler keeps changing by like 1 or 2 inches every time, right? Like, and I'm just telling you to use that. Like, and you would use it, but over time you'd be like, oh, my house is falling apart, or like things would start falling apart, right? Because you're using a bad measuring stick, right? You're not getting accurate measurements, so you can't even accurately judge the value of anything. Really, it's kind of like a silly game. It's really a silly game. It's like all you're doing is outrunning things like inflation, things like that. You're just trying to, like, that's why all the rich people buy all the assets, right? Because the asset prices are going to go up. So
you have to keep your money. If you're just sitting on your money, you're losing your money.
Right.
So
exactly.
you
have to put it in something.
So
it's been stocks, it's been houses, it's been gold, it's been art, it's been all this fucking stuff, right? Like, so, so then when you start learning about what the invention of Bitcoin was about, like the white paper and all that, you realize that there's a reason why in the very first block of the Bitcoin blockchain, there's a headline from some London newspaper that talks about how they okayed a second round of money printing. You know what I mean? Like, that's part of the first. So like the origins of Bitcoin have everything to do with money, fighting money printing. It's basically like anti-central bank money,
okay.
Right? Like, so that's why it's got these characteristics that are basically just like gold, except that it's digital, right? It's on purpose so that nobody can actually ever inflate the supply. So it's money that can never be inflated, and then it's money that's also not under the control of any central entity, right?
Okay.
And then on top of that, there's a hard cap of how many there can be.
Right.
And there's
21 million.
Yeah, and then there's this limited issuance of them, or whatever. So, so I think somewhere along the way, 2020 to 2021, it kind of like clicked in that, like, oh, like, you're not, like, I'm not buying Bitcoin to make more money. I'm buying Bitcoin to save my money. Like, I'm actually buying it to preserve my purchasing power. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and in the end, Bitcoin is one of those assets that I'm putting my money into in order to, like, preserve its value. Anyways, go ahead.
Couldn't someone with a lot of money or the World Organization come along and manipulate Bitcoin, or
well, I mean, you could manipulate the market short term. Anybody with enough money can come in and just dump the price or whatever. But the thing is, Bitcoin is a pretty unregulated market. So
because there's always ways to regulate anything.
Sure, like, so, but that's like there is and there isn't. So, for instance, drugs, right? You spent decades trying to regulate drugs, doing everything they can to fucking make it illegal. They killed people for it, but it's not like, I wouldn't say they've won, right? I would say if anything, there's more. The drugs won the war, right? Like, if anything, like,
drugs won the war.
So that's the nature of decentralization, where it's like you can try and you'll spend a lot of money trying, and you'll spend a lot of effort, and a lot of people will probably die too. Like, but in the end, they can't fight it. You can't fight it, you know? It's out there, it's out there. And that's part of the nature of the technology, is that...
But they can make it harder to use it.
Yeah, just like they make drugs harder to use.
Just like they make drugs harder.
Yeah, but they still do. I mean, people do drugs in prison. It's probably the hardest place ever to do drugs is probably prison, right? And there's a thriving drug trade going on in prison, right? Yeah. Because the market always wins, no matter what.
Yeah.
No matter what, the market will win. Even if no matter how hard the government comes in to crush things, if there's a demand and there's a supply, there's gonna be a market.
Okay.
It's human nature. So I think, whatever they do to stop Bitcoin, it's like the problem with Bitcoin is, to them, is the nature of protocol and network. So there's is the idea of Bitcoin. So I think maybe what opened my eyes, or like what the orange pilling was, is that there's Bitcoin, the asset, the thing you buy, right? There's also Bitcoin, the network, and Bitcoin, the protocols. And these are, once you start understanding the separate things, you start understanding that, okay, so Bitcoin isn't just a thing you buy, it actually represents a network, a monetary network. It actually represents a decentralized one that is, by its design, the protocol, the design of the protocol is that it doesn't matter if you have like all the Bitcoin in the world, you can still be checked on by the nodes in the network. So there's like the way the structure of the network is like, if a big government came along and decided to like take up all the hash power of the miners, or do something, or force all these people to write new code or whatever, it's like the entire world, the network of Bitcoin has to agree with it, or they'll just fork. You know what I mean? Like you can't just come in and be like, I have the network now, all the nodes have to agree, or else it'll just be a hard fork. It'll just fork, and so
they'll fork.
It'll just fork, because the only way for Bitcoin
so
to
they
remain,
would create another Bitcoin.
they've already done that. That's what Bitcoin Cash is, Bitcoin SV. These are all
Wait,
forks from the original.
Bitcoin Cash was the original Bitcoin?
I can't remember which one came first. My Bitcoin. There's a book called The Block Size Wars where they talk all about this, which was like a.
So the original Bitcoin already forked, and we're on a different Bitcoin?
No, this is Bitcoin, like BTC or whatever that ticker, like, is considered the longest chain. Going all the way back to Genesis block. The other ones are considered forks because of how the nodes agreed, the consensus of the nodes. So the network consists of miners, right, nodes, and then individual users, right? Like, and so the users, they transact Bitcoin by sending Bitcoin to each other or whatever, right? The miners are the ones who take those transactions, verify them in blocks, right? Like, they're using energy, electricity, in order to create the hash power. They call it hash power, to solve. It's not a math problem. It's basically like just a computational problem. It's like guessing a number. It's a very complicated way of guessing numbers. Like, and whoever wins that number, like whichever miners win that's the block. They win. All those transactions get processed, and they get a reward for that. Okay. So they get paid the fee of the transactions plus the block reward, what they call the block reward, which is now 6.25 Bitcoin. So that is how every transaction is verified, moved on. That's why if a user if I send Bitcoin to you, I don't need a bank or anything. It's the network is the one verifying it, and then it moves on. Right. But that's also why if I needed to get my money back or something, it's going to be impossible. You're not going to be able to do that because it's done unless I get you to send the money back to me.
Do you think one day there'll be a service where you can get your money back? It'll be like a bank where it's there'll
maybe
be
create
some kind of technology on top of it to where you get like insured that you're not sending it to the wrong place.
I think there's always going to be
or you can even get it back.
So like the point of Bitcoin, right, is that it's decentralized, and that everybody, if you take custody of it, no one can actually take it from you, and you can send it to whoever you want. So if you're Alex Jones and people don't like what you're saying,
it would take that. If you put that layer on it, it would take away from its decentralization.
Right. So that's always the trade-off.
Sacrifice.
It's always that freedom and security is the trade-off, right? So no matter what, that's what cash is, right? You can have all this cash under your mattress, but you're taking all this risk. So you basically are paying the bank to take your cash for you, because now they have the risk of that, but in exchange, you're allowed to access your funds, and they're actually taking your money and then they're blending it out, right? Right. So anyways, this is a long-winded way of just saying, like, I basically realized that Bitcoin was an asset that was unconfiscatable, that they couldn't confiscate, was scarce, and was going to form the basis of global monetary network, kind of like the internet, early internet.
Okay.
Yeah. So I think no matter what, that's the problem with it, is that it's incredibly hard to capture or control. So you're better off just going along with it.
Yeah, you're better leaving. Yeah.
I mean, that's one of the things about the protocol that's pretty smart. That's really smart is that it incentivizes cooperation. Well, I think somebody called it like domesticating greed. You know what I mean? Like it basically uses your greed, human greed, but on a positive way to ensure these checks and balances.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
So you guys are really into it, and some people might call you a maximalist.
Sure.
You know,
Mhm.
there's negative connotation to people who are they're only Bitcoin, no other cryptocurrencies. And
Well, what
then,
does that
and
mean?
Then,
What does no other cryptocurrency mean?
well, it means none of the other. There's a lot of other coins. There's like, I don't know.
It's like 40,000 coins.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
So
Well, you guys just believe in Bitcoin. Bitcoin's the only one that's, Bitcoin's the only one that's good because it's like the perfect coin. It's deflationary. It's truly decentralized.
right.
And
Well, I think
the other coins are more like, there's a lot of coins that are like propped up by venture capitalists, which makes them not decentralized, and a lot of like scam projects. And then there's just a lot of stuff like meme coins and pump and dumps and a lot of like garbage out there.
Yeah.
So you guys are just like Bitcoin only.
Yeah, well, I think I think the position really is that, like, because you're saying Bitcoin is the only good one. So what does good mean, right? Like good, because good can mean many things. I mean, to some people, good means making more fiat, right? So if you want to make more fiat, then there are things that will outperform Bitcoin, right? There are things that where you will make more fiat than if you are,
Yeah.
right? But if you really walk down what that means is that it means you want to buy something low and sell it high. That's all that means.
Right. So for you guys, it's different.
So for a Bitcoin maximalist or whatever, maximalist, which is like pretty gay thing, you know, it's like what's his name? Vitalik made that up. The fucking Ethereum guy created the term to be like, yeah. So of course, like a shitcoiner is gonna make up, you know, a thing to be like, oh, you maxi, and they're like maxi. It like sounds so retarded. Like it's like I'm an oxygen maximalist. You know? Like, but there are all these other elements you could be breathing in. And it's like, oh, that's so hardcore. You're only breathing oxygen. That's so close-minded. You know, so I think it's like a fundamental misunderstanding. It's like you're having two separate arguments, right? So on one hand, basically you're talking about making more fiat, and all the criticisms of different shitcoins about them being centralized or them having loose monetary policy or whatever are the same critiques of fiat. Same reason why fiat sucks is for those same reasons. Centralized control, that can be debased at any time, you know, so on and so forth. Just like any shitcoin that can just be printed or pre-mined or whatever, right? I think there's one element of that. The other element of it is that a lot of these, most of these shitcoins have companies, which means they have CEOs, they have boards, and when they release these coins, what they're really doing is releasing unregulated stock. They're basically just like raising money. It's a way for them to raise money by selling it to the market. You know, the market speculating, take that market, do whatever. So it's really just a stock. It's not. And so basically, like when a Bitcoin maximalist says there's only one, what they're talking about is the property of money in terms of all these assets, these digital assets, right? Because Bitcoin is the first one, and everybody's kind of subsequently copying Bitcoin and saying, hey, we could do things faster, we could do this, you know, we could do X, we could do Y, we could do file transferring, we do all these other things that Bitcoin doesn't do, and sort of create a demand or a market for it, right? But in the end, what you're really competing on is on the ground of, is this going to be the next money? Is this going to be money? And the reason why the Bitcoiners say no is because of the reasons. Because it's centralized, all of them are centralized, all of them are most likely unregulated stocks or some kind of speculative thing, and it's still fiat. So in the end, it's sort of like a hard money. It's like hard money people. It's the same thing as gold. The gold people basically have the same arguments as Bitcoiners, except they believe it's gold, not Bitcoin, right? But they'll be like, gold is hard money.
Yeah.
Gold is what you want to accumulate, physical gold, right?
Well,
Like that's a bit.
some people say that Bitcoin doesn't do enough as it is.
But what does it
Like,
do? mean?
um,
Like, what does
I
your
guess-
money do? What is your like? You got money in the bank,
Like,
right?
you have money- yeah,
What does it do?
you're able to purchase goods and services with it,
Mm-hmm.
but they're saying because of Web3 and you know the blockchain and all these projects that are on the blockchain. You know, they're saying that it's the technology is behind.
Well, what is that?
And Ethereum is becoming more like Bitcoin. It's becoming deflationary, and
Yeah, but it's nothing. Like Ethereum is ultimately is controlled by well, most of the Ethereum nodes run on Amazon Web servers, so there's already a form of centralization right there. It's kind of like what the block size wars were about, with the size of the blocks. They wanted to keep them small, so the small blockers wanted to keep them small so that the average person could run a node. The big blockers wanted to speed up transactions, make bigger blocks, but that meant you needed more hardware, more computing power, so only larger institutions could really run nodes, right? So Ethereum is very similar. In order to run Ethereum nodes, you need a lot of power, you know, a lot of whatever, and the only way to do any of that is centralization. You need more money, corporations, you know what I mean? So just given that, there's no way it could ever become a better money. It's always going to be like central banks, and especially it's moving to proof of stake, which is pretty much like proof of wealth, right? That's a proof. It's like stakeholder. Like the World Economic Forum wants to move us to something they call stakeholder capitalism, right? Okay. So it's all in line. So so strangely, Ethereum's monetary policy seems to be in line with the World Economic Forum's monetary policy of creating stakeholder capitalism.
And stakeholder capitalism is where there's only a few rich,
where the rich people control everything,
and they own everything.
Yeah.
And so they basically provide you. They rent you everything.
You'll own nothing.
You won't own your car.
Yeah.
You won't own a house.
Right.
You might not even own like little stuff in your house.
Right.
Like they'll just provide.
Yeah. So that I find it hard it's like a hard sell for me to say that, Ethereum's going to become a better money when the entire thing is based on stakeholders and centralizing, which to me is just like fiat.
So do you think Bitcoin is a tool to like fight that where the world, if the world wants to go towards what you call it, capitalism?
Yeah, because you'll own nothing and you'll be happy is the opposite of Bitcoin, which is take custody. You own the coin, which is the same philosophy of taking custody of physical gold. Like, don't let the banks hold your gold. You fucking take your gold, put it in your safe, right? It's the same thing.
But do you think Bitcoin is enough to be able to fight the momentum of where like the most powerful people want everything to go? Do you think?
Yeah. Well, do I think? Here's the underlying premise is that it will.
Could there be some like
out.
world war that's gonna happen where Bitcoin holders are gonna fight the?
I mean, it could take, if we survive, it could take, another 100 years or something, maybe. It could, but we have no idea. I mean, I have no idea. I mean, anything could happen. Solar flare could happen. We have no more electronics. Like anything, a quantum.
Yeah, I'm just asking your opinion. Like, how do you? Because you have this vision for Bitcoin in your head.
Well, so I think it is that. It's
and there's a battle. There's a financial battle. So I'm wondering how you see that playing out in your head, like in the future. Like how do you think? Because it seems kind of hopeless, but maybe there's hope in Bitcoin, where Bitcoin can people like it's just so hard for me to believe that people will be actually be able to like have Bitcoin and not have to use the banks.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, of course, because
and when Neuralink, when they put a chip in your head, like I'm sure they're gonna have some social system you're gonna have to be on to function in society. buy goods and services. So if you're using Bitcoin, you're gonna be like you'll have to like separate from
Yeah, I mean,
society.
I think that's already happening regardless of Bitcoin. People are starting to opt out of society. They're starting to form parallel society. You know what I mean? They're starting to like take their kids out of schools and start homeschooling them. They're starting to like work, buy their food or create like these local food sort of situations or whatever. There's like people are seeking to opt out, and I think the thing is like money, no matter what, sells itself. You don't really need somebody to come out there and be like, get your money, because everybody wants it, right? And whatever the best money is, people will want the best money overall. So that's what happened with gold.
Oh yeah.
There's always been banknotes for fucking forever because gold is heavy. So people have created paper money, but what ends up happening is it gets deflated. Even gold gets inflated away.
So maybe there's a hybrid version where you can hold your money in Bitcoin and still be able to somehow
like Michael Saylor. So Michael Saylor has a model of like currency will be what the medium of exchange, but maybe everything will be sort of held in Bitcoin and settled on Bitcoin, like on the bank layer, right, on the monetary layer. So that's what they did with gold. So gold used to be like everybody didn't carry gold around. Everybody had notes, but the notes were backed by gold. Right now the notes are backed by nothing. Yeah, it's backed by the federal government.
So maybe in the future, the notes will be backed by Bitcoin.
It could be a thing where they decide to do gold, Bitcoin, whatever, a basket of commodities. That's why I think Russia and China are actually working on doing a basket of commodities and tying the dollar or their whatever money to it. But I think it doesn't, all this stuff is like, there's no way to know how any of it's going to work out. But what does seem more likely than not is that the best money, whatever is the best, people will want naturally. So at some point it won't even matter, like you will just, it's just like, it's really just like gold. Like gold, it wasn't like somebody had to sell gold and pitch it and be like, get your gold, but it just, over time the market decided this is the best money, right? And everybody wanted it. They accumulated it.
Because it's rare.
Yeah, because it's rare or scarce, right? It's fungible. So one piece of gold you can melt down and turn into another piece of gold, right? It's like it's portable. You can transport it, and then it could also withstand the elements. So it didn't, like if you had salt, if it rained, you lost all your money. Right? So it's like I forget, portability, whatever. There's like these properties that good money had, right? And over time, gold had the best of those properties.
Gold had the best.
But then the problem was the banks became centralized and started buying up all the gold and then issuing paper against them, right? And then now we're at the point where it's something like 100 times the paper than there is gold, which is naturally what's going to happen when banks start taking things and flipping it. They're just flipping it. They're just taking 1 ounce of gold and being like lending it out to 10 people or whatever, right? Like they're rehypothecating stuff. So now then eventually they're like, the problem with gold is scarce, so you run out of money. So if you want to do something like a war, you run out of money. So this is what happens in every empire is they'll do wars and run out of money because it's expensive. And then they'll be like, all right, let's just start printing the money and do more war. And then eventually they crash their economies because it's not backed by, at some point everybody figures out the money's worthless. Right? So you basically fool people long enough, you make them think the money's worth something, get them all working for it or whatever, but over time they're all going to realize, oh, it's worthless. And that's when everything starts collapsing.
Right.
And so we've seen it, it's happened before. It's happening now in Turkey and fucking Lebanon and shit,
Yeah. Do you know what's the inflation rate in Turkey right now?
I don't know. Oh, look. Looks like Nick.
What?
We're getting a bunch of Nicole's in the chat.
Oh, Nicole.
Hello.
All right. Let's take some questions.
It says, when is Q&A? You're not paying attention to your guests. Stop thinking about your bugs.
Q&A is right now.
Where is the ham coin? There's a lot of ham. There's a lot of questions.
We do need ham coin. I mean,
you need ham coin?
Yeah, I think.
What's it for? Just to buy ham products?
For ham, you buy ham at the store, and you can come on Twitch and press a button, and it'll give me ham coins.
So you're gonna create a money that people can then give you back.
Yeah, and I'm yeah,
Okay.
and, yeah,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna make a ham game
Uh-huh.
with you'll play as a ham, and you have to work your way to a sandwich.
Work your way into a sandwich.
Yeah, you have to keep leveling up
Oh.
until someone slices you into a sandwich. So
So what is the actual game though?
So the game is you have to become really delicious, and so you start out as a disgusting pig,
Mm-hmm.
and then you find your way into a smokehouse, and then somebody comes in and slices you up in the smokehouse, and then you have to like figure out how to get on the delivery truck.
Okay.
So and then you'll earn ham coins along the way.
Mm-hmm.
So I learned today. I learned that Bitcoin is going to be a hybrid coin that we're gonna use.
Well, I don't think
gonna be
that's
backed by.
Oh yeah, I'm not sure we really learned anything. I think
Bitcoin is gonna be the new gold.
Bitcoin
and-
could be the new gold.
and they're
or
gonna-
the new ham coin.
It could be.
Get a
Ham coin.
backed by Bitcoin.
Ham coin has a good chance because
I think so.
everyone needs to eat
Ham.
and people are gonna want a food coin.
I think,
And there's
especially
not really a good food coin.
especially with food scarcity. Food's gonna be scarce, so you want a scarce coin, right? You tie the coin to the food. You got yourself a scarce supply right there.
Yeah,
So then you trade the coin for food.
you trade the coin for food. Yeah,
Trading
it's a new thing, but I think people are gonna
It's like a
really
separate
adopt
money that you use to buy food. It's like EBT.
it. Yeah,
It's like EBT where
Yeah.
it's money. All you can spend the money on is food
yeah.
and nothing else. But it's still money.
It's
food
still money.
It's food money
It's
though.
the food money,
But you have to make sure you don't spend it not on food.
but it's
That's
more
not allowed.
it's more fun than EBT
How so?
because you're part of a community that likes
Oh,
food.
the community.
Yeah.
You're like other people like you who like food, which is
Yeah,
rare.
I know you.
Like nobody likes food,
well,
and it's hard to find
not on the
like-minded-
street. Yeah,
like-minded individuals.
yeah.
Oh, you can see my feet down.
What's the final level prize of Hamcoin game? Well, you'll get 1 billion ham coins when you finish the game. It's a play to earn, and you'll get an NFT of your hamatar in a delicious sandwich.
Avatar. What's the total supply of ham coin?
It's like it's around 800 million.
800
Right
million?
now.
There's
Yeah.
800 million of them?
Yeah,
Right
there's
now.
800 million, but
Can they be more?
but it's inflationary, so we're gonna
How many do you make? at a
well,
time?
we make 10,000 at a time
every
every time they mine a ham coin. They
every
make
time one ham coin is mined, 10,000 more are created.
10,000 more created.
So 10,001
Because
ham
we're
coins
yeah,
are
'cause
created.
we're gonna run out. We'll run out because
Well, the demand, will outstrip the
Nicole
supply.
hates ham now.
She hates ham.
She says
I don't think she.
hates-
Well, no, she likes pork. She likes pork. So I
Okay.
guess, yeah, I guess it's big because she hates ham. Oh, well. This
Oh.
is what happens when you only have a couple
See,
people
we
watching.
should-
They could really hold you hostage.
Yeah, yeah. We should. You never know. See politics. We
Let's
started
talk
talking about
tanks, yeah.
ham
Tank,
and tanks.
Tank Girl. You ever see Tank Girl with Ice Tea?
Ice Tea.
With Ice Tea.
and Robert Redford.
Yeah, dude. Robert. Oh, was
Yeah.
he was the bad guy?
He was the
Oh, yeah,
bad
he
guy.
bad guy. Yeah,
Yeah.
man. Tank Girl.
Yeah, how
Yeah.
much?
What?
She was a good actress.
What was her name?
Melanie Scarborough.
Oh, okay. I just saw her Tank Girl.
She was.
I don't remember.
She was
Wasn't he a kangaroo or something? Wasn't Ice-T a kangaroo?
Yeah.
Okay. That's what I remember. A kangaroo. That Ice-T was a kangaroo.
Yeah, I think they raped him on the streets after
They raped the kangaroo on the street. Wait,
no,
was it
Ice-T. They raped Ice-T after that because
Oh, okay.
he
Well,
was
good.
a punk ass kangaroo.
Ice-T was also in Johnny Mnemonic as a.
Lori Petty. That was.
Did you say
the
Melon?
actress.
What did you say?
Melanie Scarborough.
What the fuck is that?
I got her mixed up. Melanie Scarborough was Car Girl.
Car Girl?
Yeah.
In what?
In the movie Car Girl.
What's car? There's a tank girl and a car girl?
Yeah, it's about this girl that
Ice-T
really
also in that one?
Yeah, he was
He's in everything back then, man.
Yeah.
Ice-T was like so many things.
He liked playing animals.
He was good at it. I think he was.
Do you remember the first time you ate ham? Do you remember the first time you ate ham?
Not the first. I mean,
my mom would put it in a blender when I was 1 year old, and she'd cut the nipple bigger so the ham could come through the nipple, and I'd drink the ham out of the bottle.
Like blended ham?
Yeah, blended ham with cream.
Ew.
Yeah.
Cream?
Yeah. It's like a ham, a
creamy ham?
Creamy ham sauce.
Ham sauce?
Mhm.
Wow.
Yeah.
And I guess you liked it. You seem to still have fond memories of it. Smiling. You're like smiling, talking. Taking it back. Anyway. I mean, I guess that is a great memory. You know, I think, you know, like she even remember the detail of her cutting the nipple for you. That's sweet. And the hands just got. That means obviously before that, the hole was too small. You were like sucking and trying to get the ham out, but only like the small juice, but none of the chunks.
I know, she should have known to cut the hole bigger, like, in the first place.
Imagine how guilty she felt. She must have felt terrible. She was like, I'm the worst mother in the world.
My cheeks were like,
yeah, you're trying to get it in, get that
juicy ham.
She cut the nipple. Couldn't even use that for anything else now.
No, it was a ham bottle.
Yeah, now it's ham nipples. Yeah, well, I guess the bottle too.
You can only buy ham bottles with the ham coins.
She should have marketed that. She should have created a product.
What comic reminds you most of a pig? Looks only, please. What was that? The fat white guy? Nicole. He was at the Laugh Factory. Nicole saw him at the Laugh Factory.
May.
Ralphie May, yeah.
Ralphie May reminds
Doesn't he look like a pig?
He's got a piggy.
He's got a piggy face.
Well, now I can't remember. You know who Louis
I was
Anderson
just watching
kinda
him
looks
this
like a
morning.
pig.
Lou Henderson?
Louis Anderson?
Oh, Louis Anderson, yeah.
He's got a pig nose and it's kind of
yeah. He looks
I guess
like
if
a
you
pig.
stuck his head on Ralphie May's body, then that would, yeah.
Oh, a woman.
Oh, she wants a woman?
Oh yeah, well Amy Schumer definitely looks like Miss Piggy.
Oh yeah,
I think she looks a lot like Miss Piggy.
Yeah, I guess so.
He's a boar. Louis Anderson's a boar.
Louis Anderson is a
Was
boar.
that a pun? Like he's a
boring
boring
he's
guy.
boring. Oh yes, well done. Very well done. Yes, it's high level wordsmithing. Well, okay, well, all right. Great. Is there anything else you'd like to say? Do you have any other questions besides Bitcoin?
Oh yeah. I had a. So you're from, your parents are from Korea.
Yes.
So what was that like culturally? How was that? How did you grow up? How was it different for you growing up than
different?
Culturally, but also like what were your parents like individually? So explain like the dynamics around their culture, and but also how they were as people and how that interacted when you're growing up in your family, like your family dynamic.
Oh, you wanted me to give you an outline of family, social, and cultural dynamic?
Well, tell a story.
Tell a story. Tell a story about.
And add that in. And
that includes the socio-cultural dynamic of family.
Forget it. Just
and
fart or something.
What was it? I guess your question is, what was it like growing up Korean? What was it like growing up hey, aren't you guys comedians? Oh yeah, great, bring up parents. Well, I mean, this is the
We don't have to.
talk about my parents.
You want to?
I mean, I'm incredibly uncomfortable now. So
Oh,
no, I'm just
okay.
kidding. Do I want? I don't. Well, I don't know what you want to know, man. I think there's enough.
Do you have any
Do
good story that would show like would give some insight onto like just something you grew, a story that you remember from growing up that could give some insight into like what made you the Rogin Kim you are today?
I imagine I have a lot of stories like that. Let's see.
Pick one with politics and tanks, if you can. If you have one.
Is there a political story I can tell? I was let's see. So here I'm trying to wrap up culture. So my parents split up when I was really little, so it was really
How little?
my 6 months old. So when I was 6 months old, my mom and dad split. Then I ended up living with my dad, and then he remarried a bunch of times. So like memories I have are of like him and my stepmom when I was a kid, growing up like in the valley here. So a lot of Korean kids, their parents make them go to Korean school to learn, read and write Korean on Saturdays. Like,
really?
Yeah. So you
Like
go,
Jews.
just like Jews, yeah, it's very similar. Because I don't know, it's also because they work. The parents work, so they don't want to watch the kids on Saturday too.
Nicole said the story of you meeting your mom.
Do you want me to just stop?
No, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt. I just wanted that to be in your head.
Oh, I see. Okay, yes. Well, I will. Yes, it's always in my head. So thanks for bringing it up. No. Yeah, you go to Korean school. This is when I was like 6. So I go to Korean school every weekend. My parents were working, so they would do this thing where like a bunch of other Koreans, they would like all send their kids to the same school and create like a carpool or something. So I was part of this carpool, and then one day I overslept, and I woke up and it was like definitely overslept. Like an hour passed and I was supposed to get picked up, and so I decided to like try to get there myself. And I was 6 years old, dude. So like I ended up.
Oh wow.
I remember at one point I crossed the street. It was a big street. I think I like knew how to get there, but I was walking, and but I had to fucking jaywalk. And this car almost hit me, and the fucking lady was like, "What are you doing?" I remember her being like, "What are you doing? Are you crazy?" And I was like, "Oh, I'm trying to get to my school." And then she fucking opened the door, and I was like, "Get in!" And then I did. I fucking got in.
Whoa.
And then I ended up getting her to my Korean school.
Wow.
And showing up late, and then getting a ride back home, and then I never said anything. My parents came home late for they worked or whatever.
Oh
wow. I don't think to this day my dad even or would he care?
So
he wouldn't really care about the story. But
so
like,
the school didn't know you were late?
They knew I was late, but it's not really a school. It's like a private thing, you know.
Oh, okay.
Just like, and I think I probably just lied, and I was like, "Oh, I had a doctor's appointment." You know, I was probably lied and made something up. But I don't know. That's an insight into So yeah, that was before he started talking more on.
I'm sorry. She called me a moron.
Or she's calling you a moron?
Yeah.
Or she's calling me a moron.
Because I interrupted your story to...
Oh, maybe she's calling us both morons. Maybe she's like, yeah, that was before he started me. She's telling me that I should have listened to you while you talked. Which I think...
So what made you do that? What made you try to go to school?
I think because of how much trouble I would get in. Because I think I was always afraid of getting in trouble. Well, because I overslept.
Were they always yelling at you to...
I mean, they're always yelling at me.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. There's a lot of... not a lot of positive reinforcements. Or, a lot of negative reinforcement.
Yeah. That's how I grew up too. Yeah.
I didn't get hit a lot, but I would get hit. You know, like...
Yeah.
I was in there. That was in the repertoire. You know,
Yeah.
And there's a lot of like...
If you really messed up, you'd get hit.
Yeah.
Really.
But in more ways, I think it's probably common with like kids with parents who work a lot and shit. They just weren't around. Yeah, they just weren't around. So I would like pretend to be a good kid and just kind of do whatever I wanted. Which wasn't really that bad. I wasn't like doing drugs or anything, but I was still like not coming home. I was just like wandering the streets. And fucking, I was ditching school and shit when I was like 7 and 8. You know, like I learned how to just school and fake notes.
Wow.
8, 9 years.
That's so early.
Yeah. And so I basically
That's super early. Yeah.
got out for like I think it was like 10
I didn't
months.
do that till I was at least 12 or like 13. I think.
Yeah, I just learned to like games the system really early because my parents, they were never around. And you just kind of learn early on that like nobody really cares as long as you kind of like make it look legit. Like you just pretty much do anything. As a kid, you know, like I think it's a lot different now because everybody has a phone. Every kid has a phone. You know, you can track. Things and stuff like that. But back then, it was just like they just had to trust you that you'd come home.
Yeah.
So I was a latchkey kid and shit. They had to trust that I'd go to school and come home and stuff.
Yeah.
And then after a while,
but then they find out you're skipping.
Yeah, I would get in trouble. Yeah.
Eventually.
And then that's when I get hit.
Okay.
So I guess I could. Oh, just the story of me meeting my mom. Is this shall I rouse?
Yeah, let's hear that.
The rousing story of how I met my mother.
Let's hear that one.
People on the stream. Story time.
That's the ham squad.
Story time with Rogin. Yeah, ham squad. Ham squad. Story time.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. This is actually a bit, so I'm gonna try to not tell like a bit. So that's what I did. I took the most traumatic experience of my life and turned it into a bit.
All right.
Wasn't that?
That's good.
I wouldn't say it's the most traumatic. Okay. Well, I never knew my mom, so I had all these stepmoms or whatever. I'm up to like 5. But my aunt, she was the one who actually told me when I was so. I think it kind of starts when I was 8. When I was 8, every summer they would put me on a plane to Korea. I guess my grandparents would pay for me to come to Korea to spend the summer with them. And so one summer, when I was 8, my stepmom, who at the time I thought was my real mom, because they lied to me and told me she was my real mom.
Oh wow, they lied to you.
Yeah, they lied to me. Took me to the airport and then told me, when you come back, I'm not going to be around. So she basically put me on a plane in Korea and told me she was gonna be gone.
Oh wow!
And so I think I was like,
that's so traumatizing. Yeah, you were 8 years old.
8, yeah. And so in Korea, I was really fucked up.
And you thought that was your real mom?
I thought that was my real mom, and I was like,
and you're losing your mom.
Yeah, I was crying and shit, and then my grandpa.
You're like, why would my mom leave? Just leave.
Yeah. And
all of a sudden.
Be on a plane and just leaving. So then my grandpa was like, oh, it's cool. It was like, don't worry, that's not your real mom.
Oh wow!
Your real mom left when you're.
He let the cat out of the bag.
Yeah, he never even. Like, I don't know what.
Oh, he didn't even know there was supposed to be this.
I have no idea. I mean, I have no idea. I think it was. He's just. It's like me. I'm very bad at consoling people. Maybe he was just really bad at consoling me.
Okay.
You know what I mean? He was like, "Don't worry, that's not your real mom."
Yeah, he was trying to
he was trying to make me feel better, maybe. I don't know, but I just remember that.
Still like, don't worry, this is much worse than you understand.
Yeah, you know, in the movies where it's like the character learns something and everything just goes. It's like I have that memory of everything just being like my whole reality kind of flipping on its head.
Yeah.
Like everything I thought was one way is now another. Then, anyway, so go home. She's gone. I basically learned she's not my real mom, whatever. In fact, I ended up living with my aunt, and so fast.
So did that ruin your whole trip at your grandparents? While you were there, you were just like, what the hell's going on?
Yeah, I think I was pretty messed up that whole time. Yeah, and then I remember still being pretty sad coming back because when I came back, my dad had all the furniture was gone in the apartment. You know, came home and there's no furniture, and I remember we ate he fed me out of a can of tuna. So he opened a can of tuna and and a bagel, and we ate that, and I was like, what the fuck is going on?
Wow.
And then I remember I had a wallet, and he took all my money out of the wallet. He
what?
All the money was gone. And then that night he took me to his aunt's house, his dad's sister, and just left me there, and didn't say goodbye. It just left me, and I guess he had told her that she was supposed to take care of me now. I don't know. I guess he made arrangements for her to take care of me.
Oh wow!
I didn't even say anything.
But
just
didn't
bounced.
Tell you.
Yeah, and then that next day, she took me to his brother's house where my aunt was because she realized she couldn't take care of me.
Wow.
So that was the next day. So that was in a period of 2 days. So then I ended up living with my aunt for a year until she finally made my dad take me back.
So you didn't end up living with the brother?
I mean, my aunt is my dad's brother's wife. So I lived at their house, like in Hollywood.
But not the first aunt.
No,
The first aunt dumped you at the second aunt.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
That was his aunt, and then he took me to my aunt's place. And then I lived there for a bit.
Oh, okay.
And so anyway, so fast forward to like now, I mean, fucking film school, about to enter film school, and my mom was basically like found by my aunt. Like she found her. She was like, hey, I made contact with her. I found her or whatever.
So you grew up there.
I grew up. No, I basically lived there from like 8 to 11. From like 8 to 9, I lived with her, and then from 9 to 11, I lived across the street. She like convinced my dad to move into an apartment across the street. So I like lived with him, but I would go to dinner at my aunt's house, and then go back home or something. You know what I mean? Like we ended up kind of staying, because I think my aunt was the first one who ever took me to a shrink. So she ended up taking me to a shrink like during that year, because I guess I was all fucked up or something. And the shrink basically was like, he needs to sleep with his dad even if he's all fucked up, you know, like he still has to. So she basically, they like made my aunt basically tell my dad, like, gotta take care of, like, I'll feed him and shit, but he has to live with you or whatever. Which I guess I think probably was good, you know, it was good for me.
Yeah.
So she was the only one who was like, you know, I'll help you find your mom if you want. So I told her I did, and so it wasn't until I was like 28 that she finally found her.
Oh, wow.
And I was living in New York.
So how did she find her?
I guess they have a mutual friend that went to like the same high school as my mom.
Okay.
Like, so my mom and my aunt have a friend, and I guess knew about her and then tracked her down.
On social media or?
Nah, well, just phone, you know, by phone, whatever.
Okay.
Like, you know, and then ended up making phone contact with her and gave her my number, and I guess. Well, she told my aunt that she would call me on my birthday, and then she didn't. So I was like waiting for this lady to call me on my birthday, and she didn't call me. And then that kind of like pissed my aunt off to the point where I think she threatened her or something. She said something crazy, must have said something crazy to her. Next thing I know, she said she's gonna meet you in New York. Like, she's gonna end up meeting you in New York. So I went, ended up meeting her, and then she brought her mom. Like, so my grandma,
your grandma.
Like, yeah, she brought my grandma to the meeting. But it was really weird. That was really weird because like they're like super afraid. They were like, they thought that I would like do something
because you resented them.
Yeah, be angry or something. So they were super afraid, and then they ended up like trying to give me money. Well, they gave me money. She gave me money. She literally gave me money, like, and said, like, for your troubles, basically.
No way.
Yeah, it's like I was getting paid off.
Like the mafia?
Yeah, like an informant. It was in an envelope. It was an envelope full of cash, and she's like slid it over.
Troubles.
Yeah, and I was like,
took a lot to kill that guy.
Yeah. It's like, I was like, okay.
Keep whacking them.
Then, like,
keep
then
doing
they were
good.
like, they wanted to buy me a watch. They were like, we gotta buy you a watch. And I'm like, what? They're like, why? So they wanted to like take me shopping. It was really bizarre. And then they ended up just like leaving.
A son needs a watch.
Yeah,
damn
like,
it.
you know,
We're not leaving here.
I didn't even.
That'll make up for all of it.
Because all I really wanted to know is like her side of the story. Because my dad never talked about it, what happened. But then once I heard her side of the story, it was funny. Like, I kind of my whole life put my mom on this pedestal, like, because my dad kind of sucks. My dad sucks, so I'm like, oh, all the good stuff must come from my mom.
Yeah,
like, she must be the good one.
Yeah.
And then I met her, and then it was almost like, oh, she's even worse than my dad. she's not even like the good one.
Which makes sense because your dad got you.
At least my dad stuck around. Yeah, at least he wanted me, even if he
and
didn't.
The dad got you. The mom didn't get you.
Yeah.
Usually the mom would.
Yeah. So later on, I found out from my dad that the reason he took me was like, so when I was 6 months old, my mom's sister died of cancer, and she just took me to her hometown and then never came back. Like, he just like said my dad tracked her down, found her, and then he basically was like, well, do you even want to keep the kid? And she was like, no. And so he like took me.
Oh, so your mom ran away.
Yeah, ran away.
Your dad found her, took you, and found her.
Yeah.
And because she said
that she didn't want me.
Because what did she want to do instead?
Probably have a better baby.
A better baby.
And a baby that wasn't so shitty. It's like, you know, I think I could make another. I think I could make out and You could squeeze out one. It's like, no, I should use this one. And he's like, all right, fuck, I'll take him, I guess.
So did she have more kids?
Yeah, she had 2 girls. She had a couple girls.
Oh wow, okay.
Yeah, so it wasn't that she didn't want kids.
Yeah.
And yeah, there was a whole.
Maybe at the time.
She's saying now.
She said the rolling hams
don't distract.
Well, that's good because I was worried they were going to.
Oh, good. Oh, thank you.
So thanks, Nicole.
Yes, and I'm glad my story is so riveting that
it's distractible.
There's
by
no way anything would distract anyone from this story that 50% of the audience has heard. Anyways, yeah, met my mom. They tried to pay me off, and then never saw her again. I emailed her, and I was kind of like, I did say like, hey.
You emailed her.
Yeah, I was like, it's kind of weird that you brought your mom to the meeting. That's kind of weird, but anyway, I was just like, kind of like, it'd be nice if we could keep in touch or whatever, but she kind of wasn't interested. It's kind of obvious she did.
She emailed you back?
Yeah, but she was kind of like, I'm not sure what we can do, blah blah blah. It was weird. It was like she was breaking up with me. I was like, so yeah. So it's not the most fun story, but I got a pretty good bit out of it. So I think.
Oh, what's the bit?
Well, I have a whole bit about like when she gives me the money, I was like, you can't buy my love, you can't buy my freedom, but I will take money. Because mama didn't raise no fool. She didn't raise anyone. That's why she didn't. So, stuff like that. You can see me live. Stop doing comedy. This is it now. This is it. This is my last public performance.
Wow.
So I'm glad. Thank you.
Oh, I'm glad you did it here.
I am too.
I'm glad you did it on the ham.
Worried, but I was like, will I be able to talk about Bitcoin and beating my mom? And
you did it.
I did it. It was like two.
You did it.
Two pretty heavy topics.
So what are you gonna do next?
Well, I guess I'm going to I don't know, figure out how to take down the central banks. No, I don't know. I'm going to.
Nicole says bug tour.
Bug tour. Oh, should we go on a? You want to give me a tour of your bugs? Is that what she means? I think that's what she means. Because you have insects, I see. There's a 10, 15?
I could
10 gallon?
Yeah.
Ish thing of looks to me like isopods. A tank of isopods. It's
yeah, it's
this is what happens. See, you get an audience member, and then you start like, you have to
I could
whims. You have to. Have you shown the people?
I have I could bring. Well,
let's see the bugs.
All right.
All right. What do you?
I have some here.
Okay, he's pulling out a Tupperware container. It's filled with potatoes. Or
I have.
There you go. Up. Oh, you can see. I don't have to describe it.
Here's These are all the isopods.
They're roly-polies, basically.
Yeah.
Well, kind of. They're the roly-polies that don't look like pill, but they're like.
They don't.
Flatter ones.
Yeah, they're flatter.
These are the isopods.
There's a big one there.
They eat.
That's a
lizard. They eat
poops,
but they also eat carrots. You can hold it out.
Yeah.
Also carrots. Oh yeah, show the Yeah, see that? You have to hold it still. Oh, there you go. Hold it still for a second. Oh, yeah. See? It's just a box of bugs. It's a box of bugs, but these bugs, that's just gold right there. That's each. How many bugs do you sell? What are the
I'm selling one of these for $15.
You sell the container for $15.
Yeah, the whole thing.
Oh,
I just listed it today. So I'm gonna sell this whole thing
on and there's like a ebook
on
or something.
Offer up. Just on OfferUp under Pet Supply.
Look, OfferUp. Shit, Nicole's been looking to sell stuff. Try OfferUp.
OfferUp.
What is it an app?
It's an app, yeah.
An app you can use to sell bugs.
Yeah, I use OfferUp.
I bet you could.
Facebook Marketplace and OfferUp. Those I just sold bugs on Facebook Marketplace.
Uh-huh.
Like a couple days ago and made $30. off of like.
So that's goddamn. I erased my Facebook, but it seems like marketplaces where people are buying stuff local, like Craigslist.
Yeah.
Pretty much replaced.
Yeah.
Craigslist.
But OfferUp.
OfferUp.
Yeah.
Okay.
I know. I don't like Facebook either, but they
but
get you with that
the
stuff.
They cornered the marketplace.
Yeah, the market. Yeah.
Marketplace,
Yeah.
See what I did there? I'm back. I'm out of retirement. I'm back. Can you sell my Disney merch? Rob probably could sell your Disney merch to the bug kids, right?
Yeah, I'll sell your Disney merch. Yeah,
you could
I'll
put
sell
that
it.
merch in the bug containers. Like you could, you know what I mean? Like they could live in the
Yeah, that's
Disney.
that's what I was thinking.
It's like a combination.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I asked her for a plushie. I was like,
Oh, so you use that as
bugs are gonna.
Do bugs love
Dude,
plushies?
they'll lay all their eggs inside of them.
Oh, really?
Oh,
That's
it'd
probably
be
like your nightmare.
it'd be
She's
so
probably not
great.
like that.
No, I know. That's why I'm saying.
Oh. Yeah, they would. They would. Wait, so these bugs, people buy them because they eat lizard poop or reptile poop.
Yeah.
So that's
Yeah.
pretty much anybody who buys them is probably using them for reptiles.
Yeah, mostly for terrariums. Cause when whatever you got takes a shit, it stinks. If you got these things in there, it'll never smell. They'll eat it right away, and it cleans.
Is this how you pitch? Is this your sales pitch? Is this?
Yeah. Are you
okay.
sold? Are you sold on that?
I mean, if I had a thing that took shits in a black cage,
You need something. You need something.
I would need additional animals, I think, in there in order to.
You should
care
get
the
an
shit.
animal. Yeah.
Yeah, but then they eat the shit. The lizards eat the bugs. Not those bugs, but they eat other bugs.
I don't know if they
just
eat those.
What eats them? Nothing eats. So you just basically have a population of isopods in your tank.
Yeah, there's just too many.
But then is it a self-contained thing? Like you never have to clean it or what?
I feed them. I never have to clean it. I have to water them and feed them.
But I mean, like, if I had a snake or a lizard or some shit and I kept those guys in there, they just live in there and they form a little ecosystem, right? They're not gonna. Do I need to replace them or?
You can feed them and give them water, and
so they'll just eat.
I feel bad just leaving them and not giving them any food or.
See? Yeah.
Uh,
That's for the plushie thing.
No, don't unsubscribe. That was just a joke.
Oh wait, she's also looking for a job.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I'm hiring. I need somebody to think of ideas. Someone who's good at ideas.
Whoa! Wow.
Yeah.
She's got them.
Okay, you're hired.
Nice. Well, there you go.
Somebody got a job on the handcast today. All right, we're doing good
Isn't it
things.
weird that you and your
helping
bugs
the
clean
community.
poop? You clean poop too?
Oh yeah, I'm a maid.
Oh, you clean.
Yeah,
But you don't
I
eat the
clean
poop.
the Airbnb.
You don't eat it. do you?
Well,
Sometimes.
sometimes
Like
I haven't
metaphorically?
had breakfast.
You eat shit metaphorically, like.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Man's got it.
Metaphorically, for
fucking
sure.
foot on your neck,
Oh
bro.
yeah.
Like, the man's just grinding you
Yeah,
down, just
the man.
You eat
Oh
this
yeah, dude.
eating shit.
Yeah,
Okay.
for
Well,
sure. That way.
do you have to clock in and clock in? Is there like a big maid corporation? Big maid. You have to work every day for big maid.
Yeah, big maid's
Yeah,
on me,
fucking-
man.
Yeah, to just
Yeah,
really
they're
being
always-
crushed by.
Big maid's always sending me text messages.
Oh my god, it's.
Oh,
crazy.
oh, you didn't leave the bathroom mat out, and now, you know.
Have you ever thought of putting isopods in their poopers, like in there where they take shits, like, cause
I
Right?
thought of that. Yeah.
I mean, I
I
think
have
that
so
would-
many of these things. I'm
Yeah.
like, yeah.
you
I
should
mean,
just let them go in their bathrooms.
they're like the
just dump 'em
natural
out.
toilet. Yeah,
Just tell
natural
them
toilet
that
cleaners.
if you started taking shits on the bathroom, it'd be immaculate,
Yeah,
like, cause they'll eat it up.
because there's tons of bugs in
The
here.
bugs eat the shit,
Yeah,
and so you could take a shit on the floor here, and they'll eat it up.
yeah, that'd be a great Airbnb. Yeah, we have bugs
They'll eat your shit.
that eat your shit in the bathroom. So.
Yeah, if you take a shit If you shit anywhere besides inside the toilet,
So it's better to shit on the floor
because the bugs will get it.
because the bugs get it
Right.
before you even smell it. You won't even smell it.
That's like,
You're an idea man for sure.
I think, should you not have coffee today or what? Is she talking about you? I think
Oh.
all of these are really
I-
critiques aimed at you, I feel like.
Yeah,
Let's see.
I had coffee, but yeah, I only had one of my regular things today.
Your cold brews? Do you make cold brew? Do you have cold brew in the fridge? Okay. 'Cause I
Oh,
like
yeah.
to make cold brew.
Yeah, I make it. I have a gallon thing of it.
Oh,
You
nice.
want some?
Sure. Yeah,
Okay.
we could spice up this cast, make this a spicy ham cast. with
Okay.
The cocaine. Well, do you need to pause it, or I can? I'm gonna entertain.
Yeah,
people?
you
want me
keep
to- You want me
talking,
to keep talking? Okay.
and I'll get you some.
Okay, sure.
Should I have some?
Yeah, why not?
All right.
Why don't you have some? All right. Well, we're gonna have a little interlude while Rob goes into his closet to get some iced coffee. It looks like it's really weird. He actually has this setup.
I have 2 clean glasses.
He has 2 clean glasses in his house. That's it. He only has 2 glasses, and he has what looks.
want oat milk?
No, just black. Black is fine, thank you. Anyways, looks like at least like 100-gallon tub, some kind of tub of. I'm guessing it's coffee. There's bugs everywhere. Yeah, please, thank you. There's insects everywhere.
I only have a little left.
Oh, nice.
It has a filter.
Show everybody.
It has
There
a
you go.
filter that goes in the middle.
This is isopod juice that he makes with all the isopods that he has. He has a juicer. It's good for you. They found that bugs are very bad for you. Go figure. Did you know that? They're trying to make us all eat bugs. They had a Robert Downey Jr. eating bugs on the Tonight Show or something. They want to make you eat bugs. The thing is, they're really bad for you. They're not really good. They're probably poisonous. I think. I think so. Not well. It's the exoskeletons. It's the chitin or something. I don't know.
Oh yeah.
They're like some kind of weird.
Yeah, it can build up in your body.
Yeah, they're like weird polysaccharides or some shit. It's like they cause inflammation, basically. They like make you sick.
Yeah, the reptile. I know that because the reptiles get it too.
Oh, they get it?
If they get too much of that, yeah.
Oh, see? So there you go. So even the reptiles get sick. Anyways. Yeah, right? I mean, they're trying to, that's what they're telling. They're telling, people have said to me, hey, maybe it would be better for the earth. And it's like, how's that better? Because if you imagine, like, all right, look, factory farming is bad. Sure, you get all these chickens and pigs, whatever. It's nasty. It's gross, right? That's just what. Now imagine you have that much space, but they're all crickets and shit. You know what I mean? Now you imagine you have like a million. You know what I mean? Imagine how much grosser that is, and all the waste, the sludge that's gonna come out of it. And then they're gonna take all that stuff and turn it into little burgers or healthy patties. I mean, it's basically everything going on with a lot of this green stuff.
Yeah, I was talking about this earlier.
Yeah.
I was talking about you.
Oh yeah, like a lot of this green stuff actually ends up being harmful, right? Like a lot of the see how I just did that? It's like it's like you put poison in mine and I switch the glasses around.
Oh yeah.
Right? And then I'm gonna watch you see you drink it.
Oh, I
watch
would
you
never
drink it and then
I would never. Can you close that door?
Oh right.
I would have never thought that you would have thought.
You would have never assumed I would have thought of being poisoned. Wow.
Yeah.
Well, I guess, we've never been poisoned. Do you see as many hams as we do? The entire screen is ham, FYI.
Oh, the entire screen is ham.
Oh, not the camera. The entire screen. Oh, shit.
No.
No, what?
Let me check.
What is she saying?
Let me
we're
check.
checking the stream live.
I gotta.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna have
I'm
to fact check this.
It's going live. What happens if you put the cast on the cast?
No, it's fine.
Oh, what? Look. Sure, point it at the camera. Then we're gonna create whatchamacallit, like Inception. It's a Hamception. Hamception!
Hamception.
See,
We have Hamception.
It goes up there. See, now it's gonna show me pointing in 1 second.
Oh wow. Oh wow.
There you
Whoa,
go. Yeah,
dude.
boy, there you go. I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna do that. Whoa, man. All right.
That was awesome.
Oh, dude, fucking,
Dude, that was so cool.
right. You ever have?
I felt like
Inception?
that's like the metaverse.
Yeah, we are. This is the metaverse. We're in it right now.
Yeah.
This is
Oh
it.
yeah, you're
Totally.
right.
I mean, that's.
So we did something beyond the metaverse. We like
Oh my god, yeah. It's like meta.
that was
It's
like magnetic waves.
Uh-huh. It was kind of a double meta. Too many hands. Double metaverse. It's like we were inside.
All right, let me. We're getting a lot of ham complaints.
I guess, yeah, a lot of the people are angry. Very angry about the hams. Even though isn't that the theme?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. What else can you put on there?
I'll just make you
Just
really
me? A picture of me?
big.
Those are your only options? Do you have a space type thing? About space. You have space or like oh, put it in the back. Oh, I see. These are like layers.
Yeah.
Those are the layers. Okay. Now you can put that in the back there.
Yeah. There we go.
Nice. Nice. All right, not distracting.
That won't offend. I think that's less offensive to the ham squad.
I think yes.
Yeah.
Wait, I missed the ham. See? Now she wants. See, you can. That's why you can't ever please the audience. See, you can't ever like change things, try to please them because they don't know what they want. They don't. They don't know what they want. They say.
I gotta
they-
give the
first they're like,
community.
There's no.
I gotta give the
You're like,
community.
fuck these
what
hams.
they
You're like, oh,
want.
I better answer. And then they're like, no more hams. I'm
Release
like, oh my
the
god, I
hams.
got rid of all the hams. Maybe it's like you know, being a booker at a comedy club. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, sometimes you gotta listen to people. People
Are stupid.
right? Remember?
Yeah.
That dude. What's that guy? The Rajneesh guy. You know what I'm talking about? That fucking Indian dude they made a documentary about. He was like, democracy is by and for the people, but the people are retarded.
What was that? What was that?
Fuck, I can't remember. It was like this cult in the 70s. This guy, Indian dude named like Rajneesh or something.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but that was like one of the quotes. From
That's funny.
Democracy is
Yeah.
of and for the people.
For the people,
The
but the
people
people
are
are retarded.
Which is true. I mean, I think.
Yeah.
ultimately, in the end, I don't.
Well, it's true because you're voting for one entity. There's two sides.
Well, maybe there might be more than two sides. I mean,
Yeah.
I think two is the bare minimum. Yeah, for a fight.
There shouldn't be two. There should be 4 equal parties or
should be
something.
4 sides. to
I mean,
every
there should
coin.
be.
There should be 4 sides to every coin. You got heads, you got tails, right? You got the side, and you got it disappearing completely.
Whoa.
It's possible. It's very rare.
Disappearing?
Yeah, you just
That's
flip it
a
and it just-
side?
Yeah,
Oh
it's
my
just the
God.
4 possibilities, I think, of a coin toss.
So you would flip your coin and lose them. You'd lose your coin.
If you flipped maybe like 1,000,000 coins, I bet maybe
Would it
one of
still
them-
be there, or would it
No,
totally?
it's gotta be gone.
It's vaporized
That way
into.
you- yeah.
Oh man, I don't want that coin. I hope the
Right.
ham coins don't have that.
Well, what you would do is you would say like, so heads, heads we go to Chick-fil-A, tails we go to Taco Bell, side we go to Musso and Frank's Steakhouse, and then if it
Whoa.
disappears, we go and hunt an elk.
Wow.
Right? And so you're basically like assigning.
Let's play that game.
The most improbable outcome is gonna be like most fantastic.
Post homos thingy.
Post homos thingy ham squad member. What is homus?
Yeah, what's homus?
Is that hummus, or is she calling you a homo?
Post
I don't know. But now we have 3
humorous.
ham squad member. I don't know. But now we have 3 people. So all right.
Say tank. If we have 3 people,
Tank,
you gotta
yeah.
say tank.
Tank.
God save the queen. Well,
God save the queen.
God resurrect the queen.
Bring her back.
Bring her back, more queen.
Like a second round.
Yeah, and
What
then
if
they
he
can
was
call her
like
Queen Elizabeth III
the
instead
third?
of 2.
You
Yeah,
think she's the
call her
same
the
chick?
3rd. Yeah,
That's weird.
She'll be
Why
like-
is she the 3rd even? Is she technically a new
because
person
that'll
because
be
she
like
died?
yeah.
Is that really? Really? Is that what happened? If you die and come back,
I just
you're
want her
another
to have
person?
3.
You just want to give
It's
her
like
the
a movie,
extra
like a movie.
Queen
Yeah.
Elizabeth. Oh, like a
this is
sequel.
like a
She's the
sequel.
third
She's the
iteration.
3rd iteration.
Of which she is. She's a zombie queen.
Dude, zombie queen.
Zombie queen.
I want zombie queen.
And then she's like,
oh my god.
this time it's personal. And then she takes over the
this time
Parliament.
she's got a 60mm machine gun.
60mm machine gun. Wow.
Yeah, she's,
Okay.
it's
that English?
it's just a common.
Is that a very, oh, okay. Is that a
That's the
comment?
most common machine gun.
It is?
Yeah,
60
the
millimeter?
60. It's the one that Rambo had. That
Like the
you're
M4
supposed to,
or whatever the fuck.
you're supposed to you're
the
supposed to
fucking
mount it.
60
But
millimeter.
he would carry it. He would-
That's how fucking yoked he was, bro. He could just fucking just carry.
Who?
Rambo, wasn't he?
Oh
He
yeah.
was so yoked he could just carry.
Oh yeah. Because
That's
he's
Dan,
he's so fucking he's so strong.
Yeah.
And it doesn't kick him over
No,
either.
well, that's because he's so strong.
He can take the recoil. He's like-
And you have to scream while you do it. More queen, more ham. Well,
yeah. The queen, man. The queen, dude. Oh.
yeah, I don't know. I mean, she's pretty upset about the queen dying, but I don't.
I was just. They were memeing about her a day or two ago, talking about how she never dies for some reason, and now she's dead. I'm like, that's pretty suspicious.
Egg on your
I'm
face.
seeing all these cartoons,
I know.
and then now she's
Everybody's
dead.
all
It's like
she's never gonna die.
those
It's kinda like
cartoonists
Betty
probably
White.
killed her,
Remember what happened with Betty White? Everybody's like, she's never gonna die.
and then she
She
died.
died. That's the problem. Most of us will die. You know?
Yeah.
That's just no matter
And
what.
no one's trying to solve that problem either, really.
I don't know. Are they? I thought they were. I think for the. I mean, if anybody would get the life extension technology, it might be the queen, but dude, she might also be. Maybe she didn't die, and they actually put her mind into like
Life
Matrix.
extension.
Yeah, some kind of like AI thing. So she could now, I know that in England they fucking have cameras everywhere that take pictures of your car. They don't pull you over anymore for moving violations. They just have cameras everywhere.
Oh,
so if
wow.
you fucking violate the rules, they just fine you.
Oh wow, okay.
So maybe they need the queen's brain.
Yeah,
like
they need
her
her
AI
brain,
to
yeah.
to be looking over everything and finding
So she's
people.
doing the tickets
She's
now.
finding. She's
She's
like a
finding
traffic
the
made
speeders.
cop now. She's
Yeah.
actually the best traffic cop in the world. Actually.
Wow.
Queen Elizabeth now.
I didn't. Yeah, that's cool. At least she's still alive.
And she's doing something. They got her doing something,
She's-
which I think is good for an
She's
old
helping
person.
the community.
Yeah, and she's raising tax revenues, which they love. They love taxes.
Oh yeah, yeah.
They
She
have-
was doing that anyway, so
Yeah, or Boris.
she was doing
Johnson.
that before.
Oh yeah, she's always raising taxes. That's
Yeah.
but that's what the queen has to do. That's the whole thing about being the monarch. You have to raise taxes for the kingdom.
Yeah. So it's
Yeah.
perfect. It was perfect.
She gets to be, she's like, and in a way, she's not driving, but it's like she gets around.
See, people kill people. Guns don't. The public memed her to death. Not a gun.
No, I heard that
More
she was
guns.
actually shot.
More ham. More
yeah.
guns. More ham.
Well, it's actually a psyop that she died peacefully. She
Oh.
actually died in a shootout. It was actually a
Oh wow.
full-on shootout.
She was in a
Yeah.
shootout
She was like, bah, bah, bah. She was just like,
with
bah, bah, bah,
revolvers.
bah, bah, bah.
Oh,
well,
wow.
yeah, she had revolvers, and then she had the thing, the speed loader. You know, the speed loaders. that
Oh,
have all
yeah.
its bullets, and then she.
Yeah.
Yeah, she doing that, and they were all like, "Queen, Mom, you should use like this machine gun."
So they didn't want her to know she was a.
She was violent. She meant
She
a
was
violent.
violent.
It was a violent end. Yeah, not a peaceful end.
Oh
but
man.
you don't want to besmirch her memory. You don't want to
Yeah,
besmirch the memory of the queen by saying she died in a shootout.
No, there's
right?
no point because it's already done.
Why? She's already dead.
She's already
Why?
dead,
Yeah,
yeah.
let them think she
Let 'em-
died peacefully.
Yeah.
They never knew how violent she was. She was
Man.
actually like, John Wick was based on her. That's what I heard.
It was really
man,
wow.
And that's only from the past 10 years.
Like someone
she-
killed her dog and she went nuts like
the
that.
corgis. Yeah, she had corgis. Remember she had
Oh, yeah,
those little
yeah,
corgis?
yeah.
They killed them.
They killed those
I think
corgis.
It was like Russia or somebody killed them, and then
Wow.
That's why that movie is about Russian mob. The
Wow,
Russian
I
mob
didn't know
killing
that.
John Wick's dog.
John Wick is
She's
Queen
the queen.
Elizabeth.
and the corgi died, and so she went on a rampage and killed, a bunch of Russians in England.
And they finally got her. It took them a while to get her.
The wounds caught up to her. She's been bleeding out for about 10 years.
Holy shit!
A bullet wound in her spine. But
oh my god,
we all gotta go sometime. And you live as you live. You die as you live.
Yeah, you die as you live.
And she lived by the sword.
You live by the sword. You die by the sword.
And and it actually was swords. It was a sword fight.
Wow.
She was in a gun sword fight. So it was like
Bayonetta.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, I think Bayonetta is who came after her, and then she fought Bayonetta with a saber. I think it was an English saber and a revolver. And so she was
like a fencing sword.
No, because those are like foil. That's like pointy, right?
Oh.
Not pointy. It's a saber. It's got an edge on it.
Oh.
She could slash.
Like a scimitar.
Kind of, but not so curved. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's like cavalry charge guys have sabers.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
But
I forgot about those
sabers. I know, man.
Really,
sabers used to be everywhere.
They used to be a thing.
Everybody used to have one.
Yeah, everybody had one. Yeah.
There were saber-toothed cats.
In case you needed to cut like a watermelon in half.
Or a person who didn't cut your watermelon fast enough.
Oh, right.
Well, I don't know if we could do that. Samurais could do that, but I don't think, maybe not here.
Yeah.
Samurais could test their swords out on anybody.
Oh, they could.
Like beneath them, yeah.
They could test them out.
Yeah. It was like cool. It was okay.
Wow.
Just be like, ah!
Whoa.
And then everybody just had to be like,
that's
okay.
for real? That's a real?
Okay.
Really?
I mean, I think if you kept doing it, they'd probably get pissed off and kill you. But like overall, like that's kind of like, that's how valuable samurai were seen, like they could kill a peasant.
Wow.
Touch their sword, and they'd be like, okay, fine. They'd probably have to be like, could you not, please stop? Could you just stop? They'd probably ask him to stop. Right?
Yeah, they probably said, please don't.
They're pretty pissed off.
I mean, not at first, they probably didn't say it, but eventually they're like, all right. You killed like 20 people now. Could you please
I think the sword is sharp.
Slow down.
Now the sword's dull because you killed all these people.
Yeah, now you're just gonna start killing them again.
You have to kill them again to test it out. I mean, it's like, you think we don't know what you're doing here?
They knew what they were doing.
You just want to kill people for fun.
Those samurais knew.
They're bloodthirsty. Some of them are bloodthirsty psychopaths.
Yeah, I bet. Yeah.
But I don't think they all were. I think some were like,
some were,
trying to be honorable and cool.
Yeah. Because it was big about honor. Yeah.
Yeah, that was back when, they believed in stuff. Things like honor.
Yeah, they believed in stuff.
Believed in things.
Honor.
You could actually duel somebody over honor. Right?
Yeah.
You'd be like, that dude is insulting my honor, so how about tomorrow we're going to fight each other to the death with swords.
Wow.
And you'd be like, alright.
Yeah.
You're like, cool.
That's wild.
Well, see you tomorrow. They would do it.
Oh, yeah, over like an insult, right?
Yeah. But if you didn't do it, then you might have bad blood for a while. Like other people might get killed. It's probably, in some ways, I think maybe it's better to have just done the duel and get it done and be done with.
Because you're saying it would cause a bigger problem?
Yeah, because then they start harboring those feelings.
And it would cause like a war?
Yeah, maybe other family members would start getting mad.
Oh, yeah.
Start creating a Hatfield versus McCoy kind of situation where families fight each other for generations and then they don't even know why they're fighting anymore. You ask them, why are you guys fighting? I don't know. It's the way it's always been.
Queen Elizabeth invented the lightsaber.
Yes.
Seedlings.
Okay. Sure. Yes. Queen Elizabeth. She was also the inventor of Star Wars.
Oh yeah, she did invent.
She couldn't take credit for it because she was the queen, obviously. So she let George Lucas.
Yeah, I heard that.
Take credit for it, but she did is watch a lot of Akira Kurosawa movies and then turn it into like a space opera. But made an impact, I would say.
Yeah.
Probably one of the best better things she did.
And then Harry Potter copied it.
Yep, Harry Potter, which I think she wrote also. You know, actually, I'm
Oh,
pretty
you
sure
think she wrote Harry Potter?
I think Queen Elizabeth wrote every like big story from the past, 50 years, or whatever.
Yeah.
Like Star Wars, Harry Potter, Jaws.
It makes sense. It makes
Infinity
sense.
Saga.
Yeah.
Like
The Matrix.
Matrix.
Because she's in the Matrix now. She knew it.
She wrote it from the Matrix.
Wow.
You know what I mean? Like that's how far ahead she was.
Whoa.
She knew. She was already a part of the simulation, writing about the simulation.
Oh my
You know what
god.
I mean? Like, and so, but
There's
what are you
so
gonna
much
do?
we don't know.
That's basically,
God.
that was what she wanted everybody to.
Like technology is so far ahead of like what I know. By the time I hear it,
Yeah, it's too
like,
late. It's already.
you're
like
so
behind.
far gone.
By the
Like,
time you're figuring
she was
out,
in the Matrix 10 years ago,
right,
writing Harry Potter.
which is actually 10 years after the Matrix came out. So
It's crazy.
it's crazy. Yeah,
It's
it's crazy. 10 years after, she's basically writing things in the future and saying them in the past.
The technology is just it's too advanced to comprehend.
Yeah,
at this
there's no point. There's no point in it. You just
You
accept
can
that
just
this is what's
bend
happening.
time.
Yeah, I mean, imagine what we don't know they have out there. Because all of this
I
technology.
know, that's what I'm.
basically,
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Was from
I mean,
like 40, 50 years ago, so
Yeah.
they're already ahead.
They're
There's
already-
shit coming down the pipeline. We don't
they're
know.
already computing with magnetic fields probably and radiation.
Sure. I don't know what do you mean by that? What does that mean?
Well, the aliens at Skywalker Ranch, they have metal under the ground, and they're able to propel and communicate and do everything basically from. They use radiation and magnetic fields.
That's how. I mean, that's how all communications are done.
Yeah, and
So
radio
magnetic.
waves. Yeah, and
Radiation.
but they use high levels of it.
And you say they're at Skywalker Ranch, where Star Wars is made. Lucasfilm Ranch.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, Skinwalker.
Skinwalker.
I've heard of
Skinwalker.
Okay, you're like they're making.
I guess I was thinking Star Wars. Yeah.
Okay.
I got
All
that
right.
mixed
So
up.
at Skinwalker Ranch, you have these aliens. Is that where the base of the aliens is? That's where their
Yeah.
nerve center is.
Yeah. There's something
Okay.
underground. There's big.
I mean,
metal.
there's tons of stuff we have no idea, right? Like.
and they're able. The technology, they're able to do things using that. They're able to use that technology to propel their spaceships just off of magnetic fields and radiation. Like they don't use fuel the same way we do, and they're not even here like we are. They're between worlds there. There's a portal there. So they're opening and closing a portal.
Okay. The aliens are opening and closing a portal. Or what? Well, I mean, and it's not like I don't believe you. I'm just
Yeah, I have.
trying to understand because I've
No
heard
one-
similar.
No one knows what they're doing
stuff.
or why. Like why it's out there in the middle of nowhere. There's nothing. It seems like there's no like resource or purpose for them to be there at all, except for maybe that whatever's under the ground. They need whatever's under the ground to function on Earth. So they open up. There's a portal there.
Right. So then, wouldn't that be like the government? They're working with the government, though, right? Because that's the only way that could exist is if the government is letting them. It's not like they can own their own ranch or something, right? Like the aliens. But it has to be a government.
Someone owns the ranch. The government's investigated it
You're saying it's private?
as a threat, but they stopped investigating it. So now some billionaire owns it. A billionaire owned it before, a famous guy who was into space.
Okay.
And now a different billionaire owns it, and he's investigating it. They made this show.
Oh, okay. Oh, so you saw a show about it.
Yeah.
Well, I've heard enough stuff from like Alex Jones where he talks about like what the globalists believe, not like what he believes, but it's like, yeah, it's like this idea of opening a portal to another dimension. Like these aliens, I guess you call them, beings or whatever, they have portals open with this world, and in exchange for things like technology and power, they are demanding, I guess, blood, basically, like pain and suffering, like something they just need. So that's like, there's this, they believe that by, I'm trying to get this right, like by creating a large amount of trauma, pain or trauma, you're actually kind of like opening these portals. Not just opening these portals, but kind of feeding these entities. They like feed off the psychological energy.
So by humans creating pain, they're opening a portal.
Yeah. Well, it's either, okay, I'm trying to think of it's like either there are portals already open and this is part of the fucking way we are delivering this energy to them, or it's the psychic energy itself that can cross worlds, basically. Maybe, I don't know which one it is, but like that's this sort of you're saying like belief system. A lot of these, like, it's like people who are like, what you call globalists or World Economic Forum or fucking these new communists, essentially, right? Like it's like there's this weird form of ritual. I guess some people would call it satanic. You know, they call it the devil or whatever. But anyways, it's just like creating a lot of suffering in order to. It's like the exchange. It's like it's I guess like some people
that makes
think
sense,
that, like,
because
that's what the Holocaust
like the Aztecs used to kill people for what seemed to be no reason. They would just
like rip their hearts out,
and behead them and let their head roll down the fucking.
That was a similar thing. It was to create a union between the gods, the alien gods, whatever, like, and yourself, right? Like, that's what they believed. So whether it's real, like real aliens or not,
Skinwalker Ranch, there's some psychic things going on there.
There's just a common theme of like whether it's like real or not. Like, there's no way. I don't think you could ever know, right, what's real or what's not. But there's something that seems to be consistent across human cultures of this idea of like creating pain and suffering in order to like blood sacrifice, like, right? You kill these people or torture them, and you're giving that to the spirit realm or the aliens, whatever. And somehow that they give you power in exchange for that. Yeah. Like, so I don't know what it is that, makes us all, a lot of us believe that, but that seems to be, and it seems to be children. Oh, it seems to be like corrupting innocence. Yeah. It seems to be the thing. It's like, so, and it's, and so some people think there's like a cult of people, pagans, essentially, that did that became part of, this is the, like when people talk about like the Jews and the Jewish conspiracy, they're like talking about a very specific sect of Jews that are basically these pagan fucking worshippers, whatever. But they got cult. They're basically pretending to be Jews, but then they decided to like start taking over the banks or whatever. I don't know. I mean, who knows if any of this stuff is real? But you know what I mean? It's like this. This is like kind of occultism.
In Nazi Germany, there's.
Nazi Germany. It basically goes all the way back to. I gotta look.
So they were pretending to be Jews, and then they.
Yeah, they basically, because they were.
But they were Satanists.
They're actually Satanists, and they have like these satanic. Or satanic is also in quotes because it's like pagan. So you know what I mean? It's just
pagan.
So we would call it satanic, right?
Because it's pagan.
Like, but maybe it's pagan, maybe it's whatever, right? Which in the end,
it's like witchcraft, or not even witchcraft, but
like pantheism,
just a different culture, even. Like, like Nordic people were pagan.
Exactly. Which also, though, like when the Christians came, they would be like, "This is satanic," right? Like, because anything that isn't Christian is satanic, right? So like they would say, but
they were evil.
Well, the evil part is because they like to kill innocent people or whatever. Like they demanded blood sacrifice, right? They're like,
blood sacrifice.
Yeah, blood sacrifice was needed.
Yeah, because that's what Christianity ended. Christianity ended
the blood sacrifice.
Because they're like, Jesus.
Because even
the final blood sacrifice.
Yeah, we don't have to do this anymore. Because that's what the pagans used to do, right? They'd always have to sacrifice somebody.
That's right. That's right.
Somebody
Yeah.
always had to die. Like, right? There's always this demand for blood.
So it's got to be a real thing.
Well, it comes from somewhere.
It comes from
very universal. It seems to be many cultures, because all the cultures can't believe in the same thing. So there's something.
It couldn't be that someone's just like, well, we do this, and now that's what we do.
It seems unlikely that's random, right? It seems very calculated, but it also kind of makes sense that people would think that in order, like, bad shit is happening and there's no control over it, and so maybe what we need to do is like sacrifice somebody special in order to appease the, it's just this idea of appeasing the gods, right?
And then they do that, and then it feels like,
and then you get a blessing.
You feel like it was a blessing,
right? Because you got rid of the thing you loved, right? You got rid of a beautiful thing in order to get like a harvest or something, right?
Yeah.
Like, and then that became, all right, you don't actually have to kill a kid anymore. Maybe you can just dedicate yourself. You can be the one doing the work. Like, you could be the one sacrificing your urges or something. You could sacrifice your like base instinct. You know what I mean? Like, you could. So it's like moving away from this physical representation of it. Being like, we gotta burn it and kill it, and now we're cleansed, to like it being like an internal.
Yeah, that's it. That's interesting.
Yeah,
it could be that.
So I don't know, but I think it's hard to say. If you look at things
it seems like the blood sacrifices might actually still have power.
Going on. It could be going on still, yeah.
Because at Skinwalker Ranch, they're mutilating the cattle.
Oh yeah, that's what that place is. I heard about that. Yeah,
and the mutilations on the cattle were like impossible surgeries, or surgeries that would have had to have been done by an extremely masterful surgeon that had like the sharpest cutting tool you could have ever made.
So super precise.
And it took out the eye of the super precise. Took out the cow's eye. No blood. All the blood's missing.
Wow. Ooh, that's just like Vince Foster. The guy Vince Foster was? He was a Clinton aide who they found. Apparently, they said he committed suicide. They found him at the scene with a gun, a hole in his head, but no blood.
Whoa.
They don't know where the blood is. But they're like, nah, yeah, he shot himself here, but there's no blood.
Why would they frame it and get rid of the blood?
I don't know. I mean, I guess they had to. They couldn't just disappear him, I guess. I don't know. For some reason. Well, actually, I think a lot of those killings probably are like warnings to others. Because there's this guy. I just learned about this guy. His name is Mark Middleton. He's a guy.
So they're like, we're gonna get rid of the blood and still get away with it?
Yeah. Basically telling everybody knows what happened, and they also can see that and cover it up. Because everybody's saying it's a suicide. And you're crazy if you think it's not. You're a conspiracy theorist. So there's this guy named Mark Middleton who was a Clinton aide, chief of staff, whatever. But so Epstein visited, the only tie he had besides Clinton being on the flight logs. The only tie they have to the White House is Epstein visited this guy Mark Middleton something like 17 times, like in a period of 2 years or 3 years, right? Like. Mark Middleton, I guess, he committed suicide. But the way he committed suicide was he hung himself with an extension cord and shot himself in the chest with a shotgun.
Wow.
That's how he committed suicide.
It's like an Olympic way
at a country club. At like a club where they were all these people were staying.
Yeah.
Like, so it's like a public, you know what I mean? That's pretty public. It's pretty much like, don't talk. This is what we're gonna do. But I think the reason they got rid of him was, or why people think he died, was because he was the key to the Epstein connection between Clinton and
he was.
Yes, he was the guy who kept meeting him. So they're basically everything led to that guy, and you'd have to question that guy, right? Like, why did he come here 17 times?
Yeah.
So then he'd have to be like,
he had to go, yeah.
So then he had to go.
Wow.
And it was also a very public, because they could have made, I think if you're powerful enough, you could kill someone without anybody ever knowing, right? It doesn't have to be public.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Like,
you could easily make them disappear.
Yeah, just die.
You just hire some dudes with a van.
Just
and then
crazy car accident. Yeah.
Float them out into the ocean, put weights on them.
Yeah, or like, you just know where they live. You could just come in and poison them and fucking make it look like a heart attack.
Or
and
bury them
like,
somewhere.
Yeah, you to. There's all sorts of things.
A
You don't
million
have to
ways.
publicly
You don't
hang
have
them
to.
up.
Yeah.
You don't have to put them up like a Christmas tree.
Extension cord and
Yeah.
giant shotgun hole.
Yeah, and then suicide.
and then suicide.
And then-
It's like
yeah, so I
it's
think
impossible to do suicide, but let's do it anyway. Fuck it.
Yeah, it's
Let's make it-
obviously not one, so that
It's like made for a show. It's made.
it
to
seems like it's a show, right?
It's
Like,
made so we can show our power.
yeah, and it's basically to say, keep your mouth shut. This is
Yeah,
gonna happen
keep
to
your
you.
mouth shut.
Yeah. I think that's what also happened to. There's this guy Michael Hastings. Do you know about that guy? Who's a journalist who wrote a story about General Petraeus and shit, and basically got him fired. That dude died on like Highland and Melrose. He crashed into a tree. His car was going like almost 200 miles an hour or something. It crashed into a tree. He died.
200.
Yeah, it was going fucking super fast. Just like, and then,
Whoa.
and a lot of people, he was saying before that,
200.
like, if I die, if anything happens to me, it wasn't suicide. He was telling people it wasn't suicide. Then they ruled his death suicide.
He knew it was coming.
Yeah.
He felt it.
I think he knew it. I think they were fucking with him. I think they, once they target you, I think they mess with you psychologically. Try to make you go crazy first.
You think that's what happened to the woman that crashed into the gas station on La Brea?
Oh, she actually knew about
and
Epstein.
Slaughter.
She was actually, she
Yeah,
had
you
deep
think-
Epstein ties. And they were like, it got in her head, and they were like, you better go real fast. Yeah. Actually, every car accident is an Epstein related.
Oh,
That's
okay.
how deep this thing
That makes
goes,
more
bro.
sense, yeah.
Bro, that's how deep this freaking rabbit hole goes, man. Every car accident
Jeez.
out there going on right now is tied to Epstein. I don't
Lots
know.
of pedophiles.
It's crazy, man.
Yeah.
Well, no, there's actually just one pedophile, but everybody's working to support him.
Oh,
Like,
okay.
all these people are
Oh my god.
working so hard. It's just one guy who's like really into kids.
Oh
I'm
my
like,
god.
Why are we working this out? It's like he owns everything. I don't know how this happened.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Yeah, conspiracy theories.
I mean, which are just what really all a conspiracy. I mean, what is a conspiracy? It's all basically just like if you don't believe the news.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
all.
I guess so, right?
Even if the
It's-
news changes. Remember when they told you it would be a conspiracy theory that they'd come out with a vaccine passport? Because like all the people were like, "You're gonna come out with a vaccine passport," and then they're like, "Ah, that's a conspiracy." And then the next thing you know, they're like, "Yeah, we're gonna come out with a vaccine yeah, we're gonna come out with a passport." I
Yeah.
mean, everything, like,
It's like they wanted to test it out first.
yeah, well, everything, like Alex Jones talked about the NSA spying on us for like 10 years until it finally came out that they weren't, right? Like, so,
Oh, that they were, yeah.
so everything is a conspiracy until you find out the truth, and just like they are doing this stuff.
Well, Skinwalker Ranch is like unbelievable, but you watch it and you're like, wow, this stuff, I don't know. It seems real. They have so much evidence of like all the weird shit that happens there.
Yeah, I mean, I think overall
They have
thing
enough
is that-
evidence for three seasons of a show so far of all the weird.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, like, you just don't know. No one will really know, right? That's the nature of controlling information. You just don't know. But that's also the nature of science. So, like, you actually don't. There's no way to actually know anything. There's like, you know, what I
They
mean?
need
Like,
to
but-
dig in the ground there,
Well, I mean, I think,
but they
what-
can't.
what
They
did-
try to dig there,
Uh-huh.
and something always happens where it'll shut the batteries off and stuff.
all the
I-
electricity or whatever, like, gets shut off.
Machinery, it'll shut like a ghost is doing it. So
Oh,
I don't know if that's real, but it's obvious. Like,
yeah.
it's obvious. Like they need to dig. If this shit's real, they need to dig it down there and find
Well, I think that
the metal. There's metal down there.
If there was any kind of shit going on with aliens and whatever, I think the government would already be involved. I don't think you could get away with that without the state getting involved. You know what I mean?
Well,
I
the
think,
government, supposedly the government investigated.
but I think that's the cover. They would cover that up. So I'm just saying that, like, they would tell everybody.
Yeah, they would-
We totally investigate, but they have their own shit. But I also feel like they don't need
Right.
to
So
have
if it was a threat, they would cover it. They would cover it up. If it was
right, or
if it was something crazy.
Well, it's always going to be crazy if it's alien technology. I mean, of course, it's
Yeah.
crazy. I mean, it means that, like, they've had some kind of contact with people with superior technology for a very long time. Maybe that's where we're getting this stuff from. I mean, I don't know.
Because there's
there's no way to.
There's still UFOs and stuff.
Yeah, there's definitely UFOs
all the time there.
There's definitely like underwater objects too. Underwater objects that go like faster than they've ever seen.
Oh really?
Yeah,
I didn't know
there's-
about the underwater.
Yeah, they're USOs or whatever. So I mean, I think I'm all for the idea that like there's mystery.
Wow.
There should be mystery. You know, we don't know everything.
Yeah.
We don't. I mean, we have no idea. We don't know. We don't even know how our brains work.
Yeah.
You know, why? How would we know? Why would we think we would know about life in the universe?
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like we can't. There's some stuff we probably just can't ever know.
Yeah. Yeah. Maybe we're not even capable.
And like maybe knowing some stuff would immediately kill us. You know, like if we knew
Oh yeah.
if we knew some weird truth, like our mind wouldn't be able to handle it, and it would just thinking that thought would cause like so much fear or something. Or panic that we would just die of fear and panic.
Yeah, you know, there's a like Greek myth of like Zeus came down as like a dude. He's like Zeus always liked to bang chicks and shit. Like so he came down,
Yeah.
and then one of these chicks like told her that he's like I'm Zeus, and she's like, oh, let me see your true form, right? And he's like, no, yeah. And then she finally annoyed him so much, and he was like, all right, fine. He fucking he's like God face, and then she just turned into like a pile of ass.
Oh wow,
like,
wow.
Yeah, and I think someone was born out of that. Dionysus or some shit was born out. But it's that same idea.
Those
like,
stories are so funny.
I think that's like what the point of the story is. It's like she was a human trying to know,
Right.
Like God, like think
Yeah,
of,
that's
like
a
the
great
Raiders of the Lost Ark, right?
metaphor. Yeah.
It's like you open the ark and then it's the
Yeah,
information
everybody
is too
wants the
much.
arc. Yeah, everybody
all
wants the
melt.
information. Everybody wants to know. I want to know. I want to know.
Yeah.
But
Once you know,
once you know, it kills you
yeah, it
because
can kill you. Yeah.
it's
Maybe you're better off not
it's an
knowing.
unknowable.
It's also like kind of like what it's like.
That's what I kind of feel like Skinwalker Ranch is.
Maybe it's something unknowable. Maybe. Well, you never know. It's like, you know, Plato's cave, the allegory of the cave is all about how we live in a world of shadows, right? Like this is all just a realm of light being projected onto a wall, and that the truth is actually reality, right? But the truth, if you're used to being in a cave, you go out and see the sun, it blinds you, it's painful.
Yeah.
And most people will run away from it if you reject it altogether. You're like,
Yeah,
fuck this,
yeah.
like, you can go away. But if once you get used to it, then you are now in reality. You're actually operating on a higher plane. So I mean, I don't know. Maybe we're both capable and incapable of it, or maybe that's the human journey, right? Because like I've done DMT and it felt very similar, where they're trying to tell me something. But I was just like too dumb to understand. I was just like,
Oh,
you know,
really?
yeah,
Really?
they're trying to download this trying to give me this information, and I'm like, I don't think you know, it's like I just didn't feel like I could even process it. Like I understood.
Wow,
it was
I've
just all
never
this
heard. I've
information.
never heard that before.
Oh yeah. So that's what it felt like, you know, and so maybe part of.
So what feeling did you have that made it feel like they were trying to communicate? It was like a spiritual.
Yeah, it was just a
thing.
feeling of like it felt like they're telling me something, but not telling, like almost beaming it into my head. But
Trying to like show you through.
yeah, trying to show me things, but I was
Like it's already in your mind, but you
maybe,
can't.
yeah,
But,
maybe I don't know.
but something's not letting you think it.
But it was
or
almost like it
you-
was too fast or something. Like
It
I
was
just
too
couldn't. It was
fast.
like too much or too fast, and I couldn't.
too.
Like, I couldn't tell what they were even trying to tell me. But I just remember.
Was it English or was it just? It was just a thought and a feeling, like a
It's just
dream,
like pictures,
like a dream.
pictures, images, feelings, just a lot of like just brain information. Just like they're just trying to tell me. It felt like they're trying to tell me something, but then I was like, I don't really understand, but thank you anyway. I
And
was
who
just
did who did you think was trying to tell you? Like,
there's like entities. There's like first thing was
are they
like,
ghosts?
no, they're like, it's weird. You can kind of feel presences, like different ones. So there was like this one dude, a guy, it felt like a guy who was a bouncer, but I didn't see him. But then
A bouncer.
yeah, who was like told me it was cool to come in. Basically, like you're cool.
Like
And
you're
then,
entering heaven or something.
like or just some kind of like club.
Some
like
club.
coming in. Yeah, I'm coming into a space. And then once I came in, it was like almost like the bridge of a ship. Like there are screens.
Screens.
But then there was like this lady dancing on the screens, like a dancing lady. And then if I looked at like an object table, I could see little fractals. And inside the fractal, there's a jester.
What's a fractal?
Fractal is just the shapes, little geometric shape.
Okay.
Yeah, so everything was kind of made out of these shapes, but then when I looked closely, there was like a jester, like a Joker face almost. So when I got the information, it was like the bridge.
The shapes had a jester face.
Yeah. And it was like a
as
jester.
part of the
like
an
if
art.
you zoom out, it looks like normal, but if I zoomed in, I could see the face. And then at some point, I was.
Did that symbolize something?
Yeah. Well, first the jester, it was funny, and then I was like, oh, and then I remember like almost locking eyes with it. The longer I looked into it,
it was
like,
alive.
Yeah, it was like a face, and then the longer I looked into it, it almost became like evil. And also because it's just a smiling like jester face. Like,
yeah.
So the longer I started, it got scarier and scarier and scarier, and then at some point I realized that I was the one creating the scariness, like that it just is.
Yeah.
Like
yeah. Okay.
It just is. It's just laughing, and it just is, and it's me paying too much attention. It's basically me being like paying too much attention to it, so I had to like stop focusing on it.
Yeah.
And then that's when they tried to tell me stuff, and they was like whoever was running the ship or something. I don't know.
Was it an actual spaceship?
That's what it felt like. It felt
like an actual.
It felt like we were traveling, and there were screens, and there was like consoles. But they were like, it was wild. The colors were wild. It wasn't like Star Trek. It was like an alien ship.
Was it clear like reality, or was it more dreamy?
It's pretty clear, dude. It's kind of weird. It's not
pretty
like
clear.
Acid. Yeah, it's not like acid or shrooms where it's kind of wavy.
Yeah.
It's like it's pretty lucid too.
It's lucid.
Where I'm not confused. I knew I was tripping. I knew I was like transported, and like I knew I could open my eyes at any time. At any time, I could just open my eyes.
So you had your eyes closed.
Yeah.
And you were seeing
dark, and and you're seeing.
But you're okay. So it was a vision, but it was a very clear
very
vision.
Vivid. Yeah. Because it's called like breaking. So I broke through. You know, like there was this sound, and it's almost like you get shot. It's like hyperspace.
And everyone gets that.
It's very common. Yeah. And then it was like there's something they call a chrysanthemum, which is like this crazy. It's almost like you feel like you're in space, and you look down. It's like almost this flower made of fucking shapes. Flower thing, and then you can either fly into it or you go into like a temple of some kind. For some people, for me, it was like,
wait, the spaceship goes in, or
you do?
You go
like
in.
You're disembodied.
Okay.
Flying through space.
Okay.
And you hear this noise.
That happened to you?
Yeah.
So you went out of the spaceship.
No, it was almost like someone loaded me into a cannon, and shot me. That's what I felt.
This was after the spaceship?
No. Oh, so it's like this is like I took. On my third hit of the DMT, I started hearing this noise, and then all of a sudden, when I closed my eyes, it just felt like somebody just shot me out of a shotgun or a cannon or something. It just like everything went boom. Whoa. And then it was like Star Wars when you press the hyperdrive, and everything goes, the stars.
Wow.
So it was like,
wow.
And then it feels like you're in space, flying. And a lot of people report seeing a demon or seeing something crazy
in space.
Yeah, like while you're floating around, and then you kind of enter a realm, enter a space. Like, so some people it's a temple, other people it's a spaceship, like mine. It's just like you end up entering a place.
So it's common for someone to see a demon.
Yeah, it's common to see like sort of devil-like entities.
Mostly. So everyone has about the same experience where you're shot into space, float around, see a demon.
And you see, or not even a demon, it's usually, I think it's how you interpret it based on your mood and stuff, because I think what's very common is it's a face with almost like horns, and so you could think that's a demon, but you could also think it's a jester. You know what I mean? Because it has like gesture.
So the jester, you think the jester was the demon?
I think you could, but the dancing ladies kind of have a similar thing with the horns.
Similar thing too?
Yeah, it's a kind of a weird motif. Like horns, face.
Long horns.
Yeah, almost like, or like like medieval ladies wearing the thing or whatever.
Yeah, the hat.
Yeah. It's kind of, there's something on their head. There's something that's kind of like in their head, and it's common.
What is that?
I don't know. I mean, it could be.
Is it an aura?
Well, we all
Does it
share,
symbolize an aura? Or
like if I was from a different culture, maybe I'd see something totally different because there's different things in my head. You know, I mean that's possible. I don't know.
because it wasn't exactly a jester's hat.
Right, because I think that's like based on my.
So something wasn't clear. So something wasn't clear.
No, I think it's basically chemical, right? That opens a way of perceiving the world that's in there. But there's no way of knowing. You know, some people will be like, "Oh, that's just chemicals in your brain doing a thing," right? Like, but there's shared experiences. So obviously, there's something more than just chemistry going on. There's something psychological, right? There's something cultural or psychological, and then if you go beyond that, there's like these feelings of. I think this is where like space travel. It's like all these themes of like space travel. It's like ancient and future, and kind of like you know what I mean. It's like a lot
I
of.
think they come from that from that chemical when that chemical gets released.
I think it's like. I think we still don't know if when we experience things what that means. So I think right now we're like it's chemicals and this and that, but we don't know that for sure because there are some people who aren't affected by the chemicals, right? Some people it doesn't affect, you know, some people, but we do all have very similar like near-death experiences, very similar like dream experience. There are certain things that are pretty common to the human brain, but there's probably also differences in culture, right?
So what was the trip? Was you were shot out? You went into the chrysanthemum thing and then into the spaceship,
Yeah.
and then you saw the
then
dancing ladies, the screens, and the jester.
And they tried to tell me some stuff, and I was like, sorry.
The people on the spaceship tried to tell you
They're trying to tell me something, yeah.
something.
Yeah, I was like, sorry.
Was it in English?
No, it wasn't in language.
It wasn't in language.
Yeah, it was like,
You just knew they were like, cause were they like coming up to you like?
well, they weren't
Yeah.
people. You could just feel. You could feel present, like
You could feel
like you feel certain intentions. You could.
there were.
It honestly felt like a lot.
So
like,
you could feel beings.
Yeah. Like if you had your eyes closed and you walked into a room, you could tell there were people.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? You could just tell. Felt like there were people there.
So you didn't see people.
Yeah, except for those figures I saw, they're like other entities I could feel. It's a really weird feel of like, that's why I said there's a bouncer, because you don't really see a bouncer, but there's this vibe of like, there was this vibe of like, is he cool? And they were like, yeah, he's cool. And everybody's like, okay, he's cool. You know, but it felt like if they didn't think I was cool, it'd be really uncomfortable. You know what I mean? Like you'd feel like, ugh, they don't want me here. And then my friend said that happened to him because he was kind of abusing it. He was like drinking and then doing it, he wasn't like taking it seriously.
Oh,
He
wow.
had a bad trip because he went into, it was the same thing that happened, went into the place, but it felt like he was unwanted. They were like, why are you here? And then he felt like so like snubbed. They were like snubbing him. Like when
Wow.
a girl snubs you or whatever, you know, like
Yeah.
that's what he said it felt like.
Do you think maybe that's what's happening on the outside and you're picking up on it?
I don't know. I mean, outside. What do you mean outside? You mean
So
like,
if he's drinking and around other people, and maybe he's annoyed someone,
Yeah.
and he didn't realize it, and then he does DMT, and then maybe the DMT allows him to like pick up on it again.
maybe. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I think the thing about these chemicals, like all these substances do stuff, right? And some of them take you on psychedelic journeys. They take you on a trip or whatever. And I think we don't understand why we fucking have these experiences. But the mystery of things like consciousness or whatever is trying to figure out what that stuff means for us. So I don't know. I mean, there's like maybe it's just coincidence that we happen to have brains that respond to psilocybin or DMT or whatever. You know, that these are naturally
Yeah, it
occurring
could totally
substances.
be just
Be a
like
total
it
coincidence,
could just
right?
totally be.
I mean, it could be for all we know. But on the other hand, there's something to be said about, I bet, when we were like fucking cavemen and wandering around and eating random things because we're trying to figure out what's good to eat, we would hit drugs at times, right?
Yeah.
Those drugs probably introduced almost a certain type of randomness into our brains that probably explain why we have like symbols, right? Why we have, like, when you take shrooms for the first time, a lot of people report understanding why people believed in God, right? Like, they're like, oh, I understand you. It's like this feeling of like feeling like,
all of a sudden they understand.
Yeah, like that feel. So you could see that maybe early man could have found mushrooms, and then that's how they started feeling about spirit, right? They started sort of like their brain started evolving to abstract ideas like into spirits, right? But because once you do that, you can actually have ideas and talk about ideas, right? Just think about the idea of an alphabet, right? Like, just, it's a very trippy concept. It's like, because like we're talking, we make sounds, but what if I could put things on a piece of, put things in reality that correspond to these sounds we're making, right? So now when we talk, I don't have to talk to you just by being here. I can actually put this stuff on here and give it to you.
You think psychedelics?
Well, I think it's a very psychedelic idea.
Yeah.
To visualize language.
Yeah.
Right? Because it's
where
did we learn that from in nature? Like, there's nothing in nature where we're like, oh, look at that bug writing. Maybe that.
Yeah, it would be hard to make that connection.
Just come up with it. It just seems trippy. It just seems like somebody had a dream, or somebody was like, what if you did this, or what if you... And I think a lot of people think it's like cuneiform from the ancient Sumerians.
Wow.
And the reason they had to use cuneiform was because they were buying and selling things. The first use of writing was really like to keep track of inventory.
Oh, I see. So they needed a way to write down.
Yeah, like I've got 100 goats or whatever.
They need to write goats.
Yeah, 100. Like, just the idea of how do we... Because otherwise, you have to count them every time. You have to forget. You know what I mean? So like, you could see that it was both a combination of...
That makes sense. Yeah.
But then, back then, they didn't have like poems, right? Because language wasn't for poems. It was only for counting stuff. Like, that was it. So somewhere along the way, it was like, you could do more than just talk about physical reality. You could actually talk about abstractions.
Yeah.
And I think that's the psychedelic jump, is like, because you can like talk about real things, but once you start talking about ideas, you start talking about like justice, love, or something. You start things that aren't real, but you say are real because it's a word for them.
Yeah.
That's like you're living in the realm abstract.
Interesting. Yeah. So what was the end of your DMT?
The end of the DMT, it's just kind of, the whole thing was like 10 minutes. Like, by the end, it starts to wear off. You feel yourself, like, the visuals fading and the people fading. Like, it doesn't feel like I'm in a place anymore. It kind of feels like, okay. And then you wake up and you kind of like... And
you're coming back. So you kind of go to sleep or something.
Yeah, you kind of... Well, at first you kind of do pass out. You wake up, kind of wake up. Yeah, so you kind of do go away a little bit.
And it's better to keep your eyes closed.
Yeah, so because if you keep your eyes open, you see everything, but it's all colorful, blurry, so you gotta keep your eyes closed. But I mean, if you really break through, you kind of can't help it. And a lot of times, someone has to be there to catch might drop the bomb.
Oh wow!
Yeah. Last hit.
So then you start coming back, and it's slow. You're like slow to come back?
It's not, I mean, it's fast in that it's like the whole thing's like 10, 20 minutes.
10, 20, yeah, 10, 20.
By 20 minutes, you're back, for sure.
And it feels good?
Yeah, you feel kind of happy. You feel kind of like...
happy.
Yeah, you feel kind of melt, like a glow.
Okay.
But I definitely wouldn't say it's fun. Like, I have a DMT pen, like someone gave me. I haven't even hit it to test it out. Like, it's not something I'm like, yeah, I'll try. It's pretty intense. Like,
it's intense.
Yeah, so it's not something I'm like, yeah, I'll just do for fun. It's like I really want to be ready.
Because it's intense because you kind of lose control.
Yeah, but it's also because it's like so much information. It's so much stuff in your
information. Yeah.
And it's really, it takes a long time to unpack it all. Try to figure out like, what did I learn, or what did I see, or what? Because I think when I do mushrooms or acid, it's much longer time period. You know what I mean? The fucking, can you say the word murder on a Twitter chat? Yes.
I don't know if she meant this chat or
Any other chat?
Oh wait, is she on Twitter? I don't know what she's talking about.
There's a book. I can't remember what it's called. It's called The Diamond Age, but it's set in the future, and it's like in the future there's all these like little ads everywhere, and just like floating around
In your house?
just everywhere, just like little nano machines that project ads or whatever. Like, and so there's
Great.
conversations in the book. Like two people will be having a conversation in the book, but in the middle, it'll just write like in the middle of the conversation, like he just stares off and looks at an ad for like 3 seconds. That's what this thing feels like. Right? You're like having a conversation, and then you just look at this. You're like, oh yeah, and you come back. Okay. What were we talking about? Yeah, DMT. Oh yes, DMT. DMT. Yeah. So yeah.
Yeah, there's a chat. There's a chat.
There's a chat on a Twitter chat. Can you say the word murder? Like, you murdered that.
What's a Twitter chat?
I don't know.
I think she's talking about this chat.
Is this on Twitter? No, this is Twitch.
No, yeah, it's Twitch. I think she meant
Well,
Twitch. I think. She meant
So when you put on Facebook and is that just where your accounts are? You're only streaming to Twitch, right?
It goes to
you streaming to YouTube also?
it's YouTube and Twitch.
So you got YouTube and Twitch.
Yeah,
Oh,
I can do two. If you want to stream to more, you gotta pay for it. I'm not.
You got that. Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's called Restream. So Restream will let you do Twitch and something else, or just you could do Twitter, YouTube, Twitch, Facebook, and then there's a bunch of little ones that I've never heard of.
So, well, all right. Well, I guess you know, hey, lady chat.
Lady chat.
Does she want us to talk about women?
Yeah. What? Yeah.
What are some of your favorite women?
Oh god, I love so many women. Caroline.
Too many. Caroline.
Mine first.
Georges.
Yeah.
Wow.
I
That's a
love her.
lady.
Yeah, she's a lady. She's a lady of the night.
Yes. I think
She's a prostitute.
Caitlyn Jenner. Right.
Caitlyn Jenner, yeah.
Right. Former Woman of the Year.
She's a woman of the year.
Mhm.
That's a lady.
Yeah, I don't know.
There's a lot of ladies. Hillary Clinton
Hillary Clinton's a lady.
is a lady.
Ghislaine Maxwell's a lady.
Yeah, she's a lady.
Both ladies.
They're both ladies.
Yeah.
And they're alive.
Of all the people.
They made it.
Queen's not.
Yeah, I'm sad about the Queen.
I can tell. Tell the stream that you were
I
distracted.
almost canceled the stream.
Yeah, you were saying that maybe we should do it another day out of respect,
Yeah.
and I was like, come on, really? Like, and you're like, you've named most of your isopods after Queen Elizabeth.
Yeah.
They're all named Elizabeth 1 through 500. or something.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
It must have taken that forever to name.
This shit is on a gay ass delay. Well, yeah. I mean,
Well,
it's.
wait, I don't understand. It has to be delayed. It can't be, right? It can't be like, you can't see it as it's happening because it's happening now and going in there and going through the computer and then going into space and go bouncing back. So
Yeah.
it doesn't make any, there's no way you can see it live.
Yeah,
Unless
it's hard to. Yeah.
I wonder how we could do that.
It
We could
gets-
probably,
It can't be instant because
we could set up mirrors. We set up a series of mirrors to our house. She could see what we're doing.
I said
That would be
murder on the
pretty-
lady chat. I'm on, and is that bad?
I said murder on the lady chat I'm on, and is that bad?
I said murder on the lady chat. I'm on.
I said murder on the lady chat I'm on, and is that bad?
Why would that be bad?
saying the word murder. Like, I want to murder the governor of Texas.
I mean, yeah,
Like,
it
if you said
depends
that,
how
I
you
guess
say
if you-
murder.
Yeah. I mean, now that I've said that, now they could take that clip of that, and
now-
if he gets killed,
yeah.
they could be
Don't
like,
say anything else like that, because
I do not want to murder the
I
governor
said-
of Texas. Like, you know, I have to say that in content. I would be
I-
like, play the whole clip.
I said SH, SHADOW
Shadow.
BANNED. I said I
Shadow.
wrote that in the title of one of my streams or one of my videos.
And you were shadow
Dude,
banned?
It was
Can't even say
it
it works.
you can't even write it. If you write it, or I hashtagged.
Why?
I
Oh, they won't
hashtagged
let
it.
you write shadow banned?
I hashtag shadow ban.
Why won't they let? Why won't
I don't
they
know.
let you talk about shadow banning?
I don't know, but they definitely shadow banned me for hashtagging shadow banned.
She said, "Yeah, I fucking know that."
You're gonna get chat.
Is this fucking delay? Gay ass delay. I have no idea what you're talking about.
You're getting the
Yeah.
chat's way after you're done talking.
I'm
That's-
just saying
yeah,
you're
that's
getting
how
the
all
chats way
stream-
after you're done talking about.
That's
the
how
video.
all streams go. That's just the. That's
Only
just.
there's some way of getting the chats before.
That's just the
we start
nature
talking
of the
about it.
stream.
Like, imagine if she started sending us things like it was like, oh, the stock market is crashing tomorrow, and then we started talking about the stock market.
Yeah,
crashing,
yeah.
And then it'd be like, wow, it's like pre-crime, you know, except it's more like I don't know, it's like a pre-audience member thing where she gets to. I'm just saying.
Yeah,
oh,
we-
we already said that.
Yeah, if you buy 1,000 ham coins, you can do the pre-chat where you.
Get to load up your
chat
chat
early.
before on, and then we get to see them before.
Yeah. So there's no lag because you're doing it first.
Just like, yeah, we already know what you're gonna say. You've said it. That's part of being.
That's another
a ham,
good use case of ham coin.
A ham hodler.
It's
If you hodl
deflationary.
the ham coin, you can get chats in faster.
Yeah.
You get in chats faster.
You get in chats
get
faster.
the stream longer. You can actually force Rob to do a 10-hour stream if you paid him enough ham coin.
Yeah.
He would just keep it going.
No, I would. Yeah.
What's the
seriously.
longest
I would
stream you
seriously
can
do
have?
that.
What's the longest you can have?
You know, I don't know. I'm sure. I think you could probably keep it going, as long as a moderator doesn't come in and say, "Oh, this guy's not doing anything. He's just streaming," and shuts it down.
Oh, so somebody
if
else can
you-
come and look.
If they come and look and you've been on for like 24 hours and you're just lying in bed sleeping, they'll be like, "All right, let's get rid of this. This guy's
Oh,
not."
that sucks. Yeah, what if you
So
were
you
trying to...
But if you're not
Now
paying
she's
attention
yelling.
to the chat screen and look at it 5 minutes after why chat, all I'm saying jerks, then
She's
why
talking to both of us.
stream?
Maybe it's the hostile
Well-
nature of the chats. I don't know. The chats are very aggressive. Maybe it's like...
Well, we're reading the chats as soon as we notice them.
As they come, yeah. I don't
Yeah,
know,
as they
maybe,
come, like
but
they come
You
and
know what you need to do is point another camera at the screen.
I
You're seeing-
hate ham again. See, I read that as soon as it popped up.
So I don't know how long ago. Yeah, what we need to do is point. You need a third camera here.
Well, when I
pointed-
brought up the video, did you hear the delay? So it's about as much as that delay. So the delay is about
Oh, that's like
10 to 20 seconds.
Yeah, so I think
So
if you
it's-
set up the camera here, pointed at the screen, they'll be able to see on camera what the screen is seeing, so they know that when, right?
Yeah. Yeah, and get some mirrors, a series of
I think a
mirrors.
series of mirrors and maybe a string and some tin cans.
Yeah, string. Then it's instant.
So it's
almost
like a video
instant.
chat. It's an
yeah.
instant video chat. You
Instant video
can talk
chat.
to each other, you can see them on the mirror,
Yeah.
and it's at the speed of light. It's it's pretty fast.
Yeah. You can call into the show too. I'll put my phone number in.
Oh, here we go. Give us a call.
That's my phone number, so anybody who wants to
There you go.
call,
He's got the phone.
If any-
Look, the lines are hot. We got
we got 2 viewers right
two
now.
viewers.
So if you
pour
want to call
bugs down your pants.
if you want to call the hamcast, oh man.
All right, well, in about 2.5 hours. How long are your
Okay.
streams usually?
I mean, that's good. We can stop there.
I mean, I don't care, but
You want to go longer? You want to go?
I mean, we can, but it's up to you. What do you want to talk about?
Well,
She wants you to pour bugs down your pants. We have one audience member who's making requests.
yeah.
Are
Man,
you done? You
bugs
peed
down
it
the
out?
pants.
I don't know. It seems like mess. It's a mess.
It's dirt. It would be dirt. The
What?
bugs aren't what would bother me. Well, I
Dirt.
would kill the bugs, and that I would be
That's
sad.
Money. That's money lost.
I'd be
Death.
sad. I don't
The
care
death.
about the money.
Oh, you mean the life?
The life.
lost.
I don't like killing things.
Yeah.
Like even if when I'm cleaning and I find an
you got a call.
an
There we go.
ant in the bathroom.
Oh, here we have a caller. It's our.
Hi, welcome to the Hamcast. This is Delectable Ham. Who do we have calling in? Is anyone there?
Hello.
Hello?
Hello. Oh, I can hear the delay of
Yes,
us. in
you're on the
background.
You're on the Hamcast. We were talking about killing bugs and how it's sad.
How Rob does not like to take life of any kind.
Oh, well, that's, the most vegan thing you could do is to kill yourself. Do you know that?
The most vegan thing you can do is kill yourself.
Yes.
Well, good.
Then you won't kill any bugs.
But he would still feel bad for killing himself because he doesn't want to take life.
Yeah, I don't want to take life.
You have, a great man once said, you have to take life to live. And
It's
she's
true.
sitting right next to you.
Oh, she's calling me the great man. Well, I wouldn't call myself a great man, but yes, perhaps a great man told me that.
I think you're a great man.
Me too.
Oh, thanks everybody. What is that? Is that you guzzling cum? Like, what is that? What is that?
I'm pretty sure that's what it
Is that
was.
what that was?
yeah.
Oh, okay, well, you heard it here first. Caller, I'm assuming it's Nikosi TV. I'm assuming it's.
Oh!
I'm assuming that's who
Yeah.
this caller is.
I might be able to put this
Wait.
here.
Really? Oh, and put it down. Yeah, there you go.
I think that's
There you
gonna
go.
work. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
There you
yeah.
go. Now it's like we have a third person on the stream, right? Which I think.
Well, look, if I say murder, like, oh!
Is that the right side? Okay.
Isn't it coming from there? Oh, go on. Yes, caller. Well, I think we lost her.
Yeah, I was
Oh, yeah.
excited in the chat. Someone's like, hey, you guys all coming to Santa Monica? And I was like, yeah. Isn't Melly B gonna fight? Yeah, come to Santa Monica to watch a murder. And then I was like, oh.
Oh,
First
no,
time
I
out of
think
the
that's
gate, I
fine, but
scared
you
me
know,
again.
yeah, you. I don't know. I think that's okay.
It is?
Yeah, why not?
Okay, good. Because you know how much I love B.
She's talking
Can you tell
about.
Rob about my lady
She's
crush?
talking about her Twitter friendships on Twitch.
Hey, this is Twitch, man.
You gotta talk about.
Oh.
You
You gotta
gotta.
get some Twitch friendships on Twitter.
Booty time.
You
Hey.
gotta talk about our Twitch,
Hey, Twitch friends only.
Twitch
All right.
friends. You have any Twitch chats you're on? Any-
yeah.
So,
we
where's
love
the rest of the
murder.
ham squad?
What do you mean the rest? They're here. They're all here. They're the
Ham
chat's
squad's
blowing up. You
here.
should see the chat.
Yeah, you don't have the chat on your
The
side.
chat's blowing up.
We have the chat
That's
on the
crazy.
TV here,
Man,
and it seems that on Twitch, people are really taking a liking to everything we say.
yeah, they should call this
Really?
delectable chat.
Yeah, it's
'Cause I think the
it's-
chat is more delectable personally
Seriously,
than
yeah.
the ham.
So, do you know when you have ham at a holiday dinner and it's like the outside of the ham, a ring of pineapple, and then a cherry with a toothpick?
Yeah.
I've heard of this.
We're three, right? So we're three. What one of those things is each of us?
Who is the ham? Who's the pineapple? Who's the cherry?
Yeah.
Rob's the ham, I'm the pineapple, you're the cherry.
Shit, that was too easy.
Why? I mean, was that a hard question? It seemed pretty straightforward to me.
You know, I don't know. I did want to be the cherry. Honestly, to tell you the truth, I was hoping
I mean,
for
you
the
were
cherry.
pretty much throwing that out there. Like,
Yeah,
it's pretty
Rogin,
easy to read. Yeah, I mean,
Rogin.
And he's very islandy. He's like Korean, but he's tan, so he has some kind of island Asian in him. So does Sizzle. And you actually have red hair, and hams are kind of red.
Did you need us to call someone for you to deliver bad news to them?
Oh,
Is that what a service you do?
Yes,
Yeah.
that's a service that Rob provides.
Or we do advice, or I can ask the universe,
Okay.
or pull a tarot card.
Can we call my sister and tell her the queen is dead?
Yeah. Yeah, do you want to add a call? Or...
Yeah, you could put her on three-way.
You get her.
Alright, let me pee and I'll be back for this.
We'll be back, everybody, with Nicole's sister finding out that the Queen of England is died today.
She's died 10 hours ago. Let's get her.
Body's still warm.
Oh my god. I would cuddle up with her right now, honestly.
Well, I bet she would
Right now.
appreciate it.
Right now.
I bet they would allow that. I bet they'd be like, you know what? You look nice, and we're gonna let you cuddle up with the dead body of the Queen.
Let's call her. Hold, please. Let's see. Have either of you talked to her before?
I was on a 2-hour conversation, three-way
that's
call.
right. Okay. All right, hold on.
Well, if you're just joining us on Delectable Ham, we've been talking about Bitcoin and DMT, as well as Skinwalker Ranch, some semblance of conspiracy theory talk. Nothing very organized. We had a caller. We have a caller now, Nicole, who's calling her sister.
Hello.
Whoa.
Yeah, you're driving. You're on the phone. How are you, Queen? How are you doing? What's going on? How do you feel about the Queen of England? I don't know what. I don't know what you're talking about. What do you mean? Died today. What?
Yeah.
Hey, what's going on?
Hey, who's on the line here? Wait, who the
You're
fuck
on
is?
the radio.
Who's this?
No, do you have anything to say to the people?
What'd you say?
She said, "Why'd you put me on the spot like this, bitch?"
That's a good question. That's a good question. Why did you do that, Nicole?
Excellent question.
Because you wanted to call her and tell not the police.
Because when you do that, it's like, and you want me to say something, I can't do it because I'm not in the mode because I'm driving.
All right, where are you coming from?
Castic, the land of the fires that just were. The story.
Castic Lake.
That's my job.
All right, well, I'll let you go. I can't hear you. It's kind of boring.
I love you.
Drive
I love
safe.
you, Nicole's sister.
Drive safe.
Jesus
All right.
Christ. Sorry.
That was
The Bluetooth is.
that was Nicole's sister.
Wow, that was a caller in a callception. We had hamception, and now we had a callception where we had a caller take a caller and transfer the calls. Are you doing there's a button?
Do you want to
just
call?
pushed a button.
Hey, do you want to call?
Yeah, I was trying to press a button.
Did you hear
My-
that? Was there a sound that
my-
came through?
My
Is there a soundboard? Is that a soundboard?
my buttons are messed up.
Did you have a sound like a beep beep beep? You have got a soundboard? You
Well,
got,
there was a GIF with sound, but it
broke.
OBS updated today,
Oh,
right before
yeah,
the
right. You told me
stream.
about the update. Yes, I think it's because the Queen died.
I can press a button and this one still works.
What happened?
Oh wait, no, not that one. This one puts a message in the chat.
Oh,
This one.
did you see that?
Wait.
No.
It says welcome to the
It just says
hamcast.
welcome to the hamcast.
Yeah.
Except, now it's as you, delectable ham.
Oh yeah, it's just a Twitch. It's a Twitch button.
Gotcha. Well, caller, is there anything else you'd like to talk about?
Did you want to? I got.
Pull a card. You want him to pull a card for
I have
you?
a question. There's a Bitcoin conference in November, right?
There's a Bitcoin conference. Yes, in November.
Right. Are we going to it, or are we just doing things on those dates?
Well, I personally am not really gonna buy a conference ticket because I don't think I'm gonna get anything out of it, and they're overpriced. But I am going to hang out with people who come for the conference. Oh, Rob has pulled out his Rider-Waite tarot pack. This is, of course, if you're looking for the #1 brand of tarot. If you're looking for the #1 brand of tarot cards, try the AE Waite tarot deck. It's accepted by 5 out of 6 witch doctors, 4 out of 5 warlocks,
Warlocks.
6 out of 7 gypsy women. They know their tarot, and they'll tell
don't-
you that this is the deck to use. All right,
I
here we
don't
go.
reverse my cards.
He doesn't reverse his cards. So if you think there's gonna be like an extra element of upside down, you're wrong. All right. Okay, here we go. He's
Hey,
going to.
caller, are you still on the line?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm texting my friend.
She's texting her friend to see what card she should pull, but I think she doesn't need a lifeline.
Oh, are you gonna do a fucking reading?
We're gonna pull a card for you. Rob is pulling a card for you. All right, here we go.
All right, but you gotta focus on it while I'm shuffling.
Focus
okay?
on the
So
cards.
I'm starting to shuffle right now.
Here we go.
Tarot.
Focus.
Nice.
Focus.
Okay.
You hear that?
Nice.
That's your destiny being shuffled. Whatever.
The delay is hard.
That's what she said.
Classic.
That joke just
Subscribe
lost
to
all
that.
our viewers.
Yeah, we lost one of them.
All right, tell me when I can stop shuffling.
Okay. Have you started yet?
Yeah.
I keep going.
Oh, he's constantly shuffling. I've never seen
Have
someone
I-
shuffle
have I-
this far.
Don't forget
fine.
that I can see.
Have I started? Fucking told you.
Well, it's on. Like I said, the delay is quite big, quite
What?
long.
There's a lot. There's a big
'cause-
delay because she's watching. No, you should
Oh,
stay on the
yeah,
phone.
you just stay on the phone.
Yeah, don't go off the stream.
I'm not.
So
Oh,
there's a
okay,
delay
stop,
on
I
the
guess.
phone.
Stop, I guess, then. Jeez.
No delay on the phone.
How's there a delay on the phone?
On the
Whoa,
fucking
whoa.
screen, I'm watching you.
Oh yeah, don't watch the
Oh,
screen.
I see.
Please stop shuffling.
Well, you can watch the screen, but you just, I don't know.
She said stop.
You sit.
Did you say stop?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
stop.
okay. All right.
Stop.
So now, do you want me to cut?
Sure.
Yes.
You want me to cut again?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You want me to cut again?
Yeah, sure.
Fuck yeah. That's all you get.
You want me to go again?
No.
Okay.
Pull the
done.
fucking card.
She's done. She's like, pull it. Boom. 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 Wow. Wow. What does this mean?
I don't know.
Okay. Wait, we can show her. Here, let's
show her the Queen of
the
Swords.
Queen of Swords.
I gotta
Oh, you gotta he has to Google.
Google it.
Now, that might make you think that he's not that great at tarot readings, but no. Google is how you do it. That is how the professionals do it. Hold on, he's texting somebody.
Sorry.
So that's also part of the tarot process. You have to text someone close to you first. And then you gotta look up the card on Google. Then you do your reading. Right, here we go. He's looking it up now. I don't know why I'm giving you a play-by-play when you can obviously see on the screen those riveting actions. Queen of Swords, here we go.
Oh yeah, I need the play-by-play.
Queen of Swords.
Queen of Swords stands for honesty, astuteness, forthrightness, wittiness, and experience. Her personality is a combination of the positive air energy of the sword suit. All right, I'm gonna go to.
Wait, what?
I'm gonna go to a site that will Keen.com is good.
Okay. Here we are.
And then this is the past.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, that was your past. The Queen of Swords.
So the Queen of Swords lands in the past position. The foundation of your current situation is rooted in a choice you made that seemed wise at the time. This is not a card of impulse. Your thoughtful decisions from a time gone by got you on the path where you are now. This card could represent a nurturing upbringing and having taken advantage of the opportunities to give you a head start in life. If the card is speaking about the recent past, you can be assured that a big decision you made was the best choice based on the information you had at the time.
Okay.
Wait, did you get anything from that?
Yeah, guess you made a really good choice in the past or something. The foundation of your current situation is rooted in a choice you made that seemed wise at the time. Okay. So something you
I
did.
wonder what it is.
I don't know. Well, I guess we'll move on to the present.
The present, you got the Queen of Cups.
Queen of
You want
Cups.
to show the Queen of Cups?
Queen of Cups. This lady, giant cup.
It's not entertaining to watch. You should do give a reading.
Well, you called in, so
I know, work in progress.
with this card in your present position, you are likely falling in love, even if you are in denial about this. The lid
Wow.
on the Queen's cup might be sealed tight, but that does not mean you do not have an overwhelming emotional attachment to someone.
Oh my god.
One of the troubles with having hunches in our rational world is that we often cannot precisely articulate the way we feel. The Queen of Cups in the present position insists you take a break and get in touch with your feelings before you move in any specific direction. Do not rush a decision without knowing how you feel, and make sure those feelings are not influenced by rigid worldly logic that conflicts with your hunches. What did you propose to her or something?
Well, no, not
I
anymore.
would.
I guess.
So what did that say? Do not rush a decision. So think about
I don't
marriage.
think I broke anything in my fucking life.
Are you gonna have the baby or not? Right now, we need to know on the hamcast.
And make sure
Baby
it's
or no?
not a logical decision.
Yes, I would have the evil retard in a second.
Oh, and now you got
The devil.
the future card.
Show the
there,
devil.
Here we go.
The devil's in the future. The devil.
Hell yeah.
In the future position, this card is a warning.
What?
You're setting up structures in your life that are attracting people who are users, takers, and do not good for what you hope to accomplish. The devil in the future position looms as something that can be minimized or avoided if you work hard to spot in the areas in your life in which you lie to yourself in order to just get by or get along. A rigorous self-examination is needed in order to move forward with confidence in the beauty and value of life.
Wow. It's heavy.
So,
Fuck.
Yeah, I thought it was gonna be a casual call-in thing, but now it's
What?
so stop lying to yourself. You gotta do a rigorous self-examination.
all right. Well, that's what this thing says.
Well, that's not what the damn card.
That's not what
saying.
Keen.com is saying about the card that was pulled for this.
Yeah. Who are you gonna trust,
Oh,
you
that's
or
fucking
Keen.com?
bullshit. That's bullshit. I've been doing a lot of work.
Do you want it?
Well, it says Let's see. Whatever the case, the devil card. Oh no, that's in the present position. Oh, it's a warning. So the future position is a warning.
When the
Well, I mean, that's kind of seems to be. It goes. I mean, it's like goes for anybody. You gotta like stop lying to yourself.
the devil's appearance is nothing short of that of a beast.
Hmm.
The core point of interest is the chained man and woman. Their nudity is a metaphor for pleasure seeking and shamelessness.
Ah, wait, hold on. The chains indicate that they are prisoners of a lifestyle of their own choosing. The devil is simply a metaphor for the thing to which they have surrendered themselves. Addiction, anger, lust, interpersonal emotional games disguised as love, etc. The devil does not sit on a throne, but rather clings to an unadorned small pillar. The glamour these two pursued was an illusion all along. The devil appears to be administering an oath indicating that most people willingly go into serving the thing that enslaves them and build a loyalty to this vice. The many symbols that may or may not adorn the devil in your tarot deck all underscore the severity of servitude and the ruin caused by surrendering love to materialist and sensualist pursuits at the expense of all else.
Oh wow,
Whoa, man. All right.
that was a good description of
The
of
devil. That's the devil.
Do you want to do
No.
one?
All right, I'll do one. Sure.
You
I'm
will?
doing one. Brr, brr, brr.
All right, we got another
We got
hamcast.
hamcast.
Get ready, ham squad.
Pew, pew,
You know what? As long as you're doing one, Rob, you do one after.
Rob's gonna do one for
I'll do
him
one for
too.
you. Yeah.
Can
Okay.
you? Or I? What if
Yeah,
I
I
shuffle
do
it?
for me. Yeah, you can
Should I
shuffle
shuffle
it.
it for you?
Sure. Yeah.
All right. We're all doing it.
Just
All
don't.
right, can I?
Okay. Get out of
Yeah.
here,
Bye-bye.
caller.
Thanks
Thanks
for
for
calling
calling
the
in.
ham
The
squad.
ham squad. Bye.
The ham
Thank
cast.
you.
Yeah.
Thanks for a call. All right. Well, great. Great to have a caller call in. You know, I think. Isn't technology amazing? Wait. Isn't technology amazing where we can we're broadcasting this over cable internet in order to tell people to call via cellular telephone so that we could broadcast a telephone call on the internet. I mean, you think Alexander Graham Bell thought of this when he rang Watson or whatever the
This is
fuck?
what he wanted.
He's like,
Yeah.
one day they're gonna be using this device to put other devices on a screen, like a moving image screen that will go through the wires through the air. And the voice that, you know, like he's like trying to explain to somebody.
Yeah,
like,
yeah. And they're like,
It's not. Wait, what? It's like the newspaper
Oh,
is gonna go
witchcraft?
into the
oh,
phone.
I know
This-
witchcraft.
I'm going to put this
Yeah.
into the phone. Don't you understand? And they'll be like, "You're gonna shove the paper in the phone?" And you're like, "Yes.
Like, no.
You won't need papers in the future. Don't you understand?" And, you know, all right, whatever,
Oh
man.
man.
The telephone will become
That's
the
what I.
typewriter. They'll say. No,
That's what I feel like's happening at Skinwalker Ranch. It's like all this. It's like all this stuff. Like
Yes. He's like the daguerreotype
all the weird
will become
shit.
part of the telephone. And you're like, what are you? The daguerreotype? And I'm like, yes. You will take photographic images with your telephone. You're like, then just a camera? And you're like, no, you're gonna put a camera inside of the telephone. Don't you understand? I'm like, why would you put the camera in the phone? Like, it seem to be two separate things. Like, no, everybody's gonna have it.
The hamcast is great. I think.
Wow, well, great. I think we've got a great. Okay, so what are you doing here?
Oh, you have
Just
to
gonna
meditate.
shuffle. I have to meditate on what?
You have to meditate on what question you want answered, and
What question I want answered. Let's see.
then when you want me to stop shuffling, just tell me to stop.
Alright.
Do you ready?
Any other question?
Okay.
Uh-oh. Yes. Shuffling. Shuffling is being done. Shuffle. Okay, stop.
Cut
Yes.
again.
Yes.
Again.
No. Boom, the hanged man.
Hanged man.
Boom,
Oh,
the
decision.
7 sticks.
Pretty sure this is a decision.
7 sticks.
This is
Boom.
struggle. This
Okay.
is dreams.
It's a present, past, present, future. Okay. Okay, past is the. Wow, she got all major arcana cards or whatever, like face cards.
Every I've given her like
Every one of hers has been a face card.
3 readings so far. This was like her 3rd, I think.
Uh-huh.
And
Is that one the most
she
intense?
gets face cards every time. All face cards.
That's crazy. She's a witch, though.
I think so.
That's
Yeah.
part of it. All right. So hanged man. Should I just Google it too? Oh, Google.
The hangman in the past position underscores that your current situation began with a letting go, a retreat, a foregoing of pleasure or reward in order to not be controlled by simple temptations. You are where you are now because of a decision to leave things behind or let them all settle themselves. In the that's the present position. So
Oh, that wasn't.
that was it. Yeah. the
Oh, that was what
hangman-
you just. So it represents me having to let something go, the past.
Yeah, or foregoing pleasure.
Foregoing pleasure.
To
Interesting.
where you to let them leave things settle themselves.
The hangman is actually kind of what happens when you leave the devil.
Yeah,
Foregoing pleasure.
yeah, right.
Okay.
Is he in danger? Did he put himself there? How did the hangman get so tangled up? If you're receiving a tarot reading, the hangman is strong message, the universe option. In fact, quickest way to complete total quickest. It in fact might be the quickest way to complete and total victory. A man is upside down, his right ankle is tied to a tree, a branch torso, length of trunk. The hangman has put himself in this position. There's no way he can win, and yet that halo lets us know that he may be about to claim a sizable victory. He was not attacked nor forced to be where he is. Nothing is disheveled besides his hair hanging down due to simple gravity. With his hidden hands, he is not letting us see his manipulation of the situation. His bent leg indicates that he is getting quite comfortable being helpless.
So that's my past. My past comes from a
So
place
it's
of
like
being hanged, but willingly.
you hang yourself as a strategy, right?
Sacrifice.
As like
Sacrifice as a strategy.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I could see that. I did lose a lot of stuff.
A lot of what?
I did lose a lot of things. I did give up a lot
Oh.
of stuff. Maybe that's could be it.
Okay.
Okay, what is that? The 7
What
of
did you give up?
Wands. What did I give up? I mean, I feel like I kind of gave up my dog, or
Yeah.
or at least a lot of the things that represented.
Oh right.
Or just whatever that
Yeah, you went through
relationship,
that
you
whole
know.
thing, yeah.
Also like my dad going through stuff with my dad, you know, just kind of a lot of letting go. But I don't know about pleasure. That's interesting. Or letting go of maybe like
Comfortable things.
comfort, easy things. So what's the 7 of
Uh,
Wands?
The present position is a place that the Seven of Wands practically calls home. Many people seek out tarot readings specifically when they are looking for some sort of support while standing their ground. The presence of this card in this position confirms that you are about to blow the whistle on those who are in disagreement with you.
Oh shit.
The man's position is not weak. He is superior to the wands that may or may not be on the attack. The serene sky indicates that the situation alone is not dangerous. The posture he is adopting illustrates that he knows his strengths and weaknesses and is constantly assessing the situation in order to maintain his position. Wands represent creativity, and in this card, the man's commitment to his own way of doing things, his own belief system, and his own creative vision runs counter to the views of others, and he seems quite prepared to defend his unique outlook on
Story of my life.
life. So,
I get this a lot though. Whenever I have readings, I get wands.
Do you?
Struggle. Wands,
Yeah, the
struggle
wands.
against people. Yeah, people. That's like actually I've seen this guy before. Like it's always like this
Because you're
idea
like-
of like struggling.
like
against-
butting heads, like creatively,
Yeah, or like I'm like it's
or
sometimes
your
I think it's
ideas,
interpreted as
or
like
your ideas are conflicting with other people.
yeah, or they're like unconventional.
Unconventional.
People are I'm
People
trying to
are-
stand my ground in something
Okay.
weird, and other people are trying to
Okay.
or something. Yeah. All right. So it's saying that I'm in a struggle, but I'm winning.
So it happens a lot, but it is something that's happening.
I feel
'cause
like
it
it's
came
a
up.
recurrent theme. Yeah. I mean, this is my present. Sure.
Four of Cups.
What's funny is I'm not sure I asked a creative question.
Well, yeah, it can apply.
I mean, in a way, I feel like this is what's
It can
what I'm doing.
apply
Yeah.
to any relationship.
Right. Or just life in general.
Yeah, to
Right.
or yeah, anything in life.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't. Yes. See that? That's me.
Oh, Four of Cups is missed opportunities,
Fuck. Oh.
and it's a future card.
Fuck. God damn it.
Oh no, that's not good.
Oh no, I'm fucked. All this is for nothing. Well, we did.
The ambiguous nature of the boy is key to this card. Is the boy pouting or sleeping? This begs the question: is he resisting the offer of another cup in his intransigence? Or is he missing out on the proposal of another cup by being asleep? The Four of Cups meaning, in a nutshell, is missed opportunities, whether they're ignored or unrealized. Cups are the tarot's suit of emotions. In this card, they are your future regrets if you do not stop sulking or sleeping. The card is a call to action. It is time to wake up, be alert, and be open to new experiences.
Oh, okay. So I guess I gotta wake up.
Yeah. You gotta wake up and... Yeah, because this hasn't happened yet.
Well, it's weird because it's like I do have 3 cups. It's just whether I want that 4th one or not.
Oh, yeah, right?
All
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
Well,
Let's
that's
see.
fair.
The tarot's suit of emotions.
Cups are emotions.
And in this card, they are your future regrets.
Future regrets. Wow. So there might be a... Is each cup a regret?
Yeah, maybe they are your... So it says, wake up, be alert, and be open to new experiences.
Hmm. Okay.
So you have like a... So maybe you should open your mind to this other person or things, ideas.
Okay.
Maybe be open to it and see. Yeah,
All right.
yeah. What do you think? Maybe.
I mean, I don't know what it... it's all so very... It's like... it's a missed opportunity. I could see that. I mean, I could see that whatever it is that's my thing I'm blinding myself on or whatever could be the reason why I don't need to get it or something, whatever. So that, I don't know, maybe this is like the struggle I'm in, but if I'm not careful, I could be blinded by the struggle or some shit, you know? But in a way, there's a reflection of like, hangman, this is like someone giving up something in the past, but this is also somebody, it's like he's not giving up, he's missing out, right? Like it's also kind of a giving up, right?
Yeah, if you're coming from here, yeah.
So
Yeah, if you're coming from here, it's like you either lost the battle. What if you lost the battle of ideas, and then you're refusing to
accept that.
Accept it, or
Could be possible. I don't know. I mean, who knows? Alright, well, yeah,
just don't reverse them.
Don't reverse them.
I don't like them reversed. It gets too negative.
What does that mean? Upside down?
Yeah, upside down. So you got, when you shuffle them, you got to make sure they're facing the same way.
Okay.
Like that.
So
I mean,
facing
it's
the
not
same
right.
way. Like so, like this. Both facing up.
Yeah. So
Okay.
So when you shuffle them, you would turn this one, up, and then turn that one up, and then shuffle them together like that. You get it?
So that
So that they're
end up in
both
the
facing.
same.
So that
Yeah.
So they're not reversed.
But then, all right. Okay. Yeah, I got it.
It's kind of weird.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. Dream tarot reading.
You trying to wait? Did she just sign up in a whole other?
Are you trying to tell him to buy shit coins? Oh, she's got a bunch of YouTube accounts.
Wait, is both of them her?
Yeah.
So she's the whole audience. The two people in the audience is her.
Oh wow. Can she watch? I
On
don't think she
two-
can watch from
wait,
both
this-
accounts, unless she has. Maybe she has one account on her TV and one account on her
Well,
phone or something.
now it's like she could basically dictate anything that happens if she's the whole audience.
Oh yeah. That's what the hamcast is about. So that's.
Yes, it's about engagement. Just gotta get that engagement.
I mean, it's a lot more fun if you have engagement.
Engagement, that's great. All about engagement, making content, you know,
Yeah.
all that good, sweet tarot content that people want.
Yeah.
What happened?
That's
Divination.
right. That's right. That's right.
Divination. They would put you to death back in the day for this.
They would.
For divination, yeah.
What's divination?
When you're trying to get answers from the spirits.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Is this like witchcraft or something?
yeah, you're communicating with other spirits.
Oh, okay.
Like witchcraft, or, yeah. I keep trying to.
That's interesting. Oh yeah. Oh, I didn't. Just to like ask a question, right?
Yeah, asking a question.
Just
Alright.
yeah. And then take them from there. Take 3 from there.
Oh, just from the top?
Yeah, from the top.
And is it past, present, future?
Yep. Yeah.
So, past,
That's
present. Oh.
Oh wow.
man, that's rough. Future. Ooh, that's nice. Oh, all right.
Okay.
Nice here.
Happy.
Oh,
I have a happy ending.
It looks pretty happy. All right, let's see. Key.
Well, just type King of Wands and then scroll down and look for King. That's the easiest way.
Oop, I put King of Wand. All right, King of Wands. Now I got a King. LittleSparTarot.com.
I never noticed that lizard before.
He does have a tiny little.
Maybe that's me.
Are you the lizard? King of Wands.
No, I'm the redheaded.
All right, here we go. King of Wands. All right, I know this is. You trying? Yeah, I have you on the big screen. Oh.
See, that's what I knew. If he was on the TV, he's on the TV. Yeah.
All right, here we go. Are you finished with rote ways of doing things? Have you become easily bored? Can you see a big picture that features you at the center of a successful quest? Do you pass up the details in order to get on with the project and find yourselves filling in the missing information later? Have you been enthusiastic enough lately to pick up the mood of those around you? The King of Wands is the tarot's card that appears when you are leading the procession up toward a new goal. The card represents the exhilaration of being the one, but it can also represent an out-of-touch loneliness. If your vision becomes an obsession that does not include others or is constructed without considering the possibility of setbacks and failures, the King of Wands is a card that underscores an isolation created by needing an audience without understanding those very people who give you their attention.
That's not true. Is that what it says?
That's what it literally says. Right
No
yeah,
way.
it does. It does. It says it's. Yeah, it says it underscores an isolation created by needing an audience without understanding those very people who gave you their attention. Interesting. Okay.
Okay, I'll tell you later.
All right, yeah. The king sits on his cloth-covered throne. His long cape matches an awning that hangs tight to the backdrop of his chair stage. The yellow material has a prominent black lion and a smaller pattern of a lizard swallowing its tail to form a stylized circle. Sharing the stage at the king's feet is a small lizard. The king's gold crown is shaped into small flames. One hand rests at his side. The other holds a large wooden walking stick shaped from a tree branch. Okay. All right. So the lion lizard pattern cloth appears in every tarot card that features a member of the Court of Wands. It reflects the regal nature of the court as symbolized by the lion, and the intuitive nature of the suit of wands in the symbol of the lizard. The part of our brain that is furthest from language and sophistication still drives our understanding of the world. Many people refer to this deep core of human behavior as the lizard brain. Wands symbolize the following of one's hunches to fill unique needs within human interaction. All right, so here it is. Past position. In your past position, the King of Wands describes your recent breakthroughs as creating the foundation upon which you stand. If it refers to the distant past, you are at your core a creative individual whose only setbacks involve not following through. It is not for lack of talent and desire that your past was not perfect. All right, well, you didn't follow through in the past there. You didn't follow through in the past there, but you know what? You did okay. You got it. Yeah, but you know, it's all right. It's okay. It's all right. You know,
That was too accurate.
The not
uncomfortably
accurate. 9 of Swords. Let's go. Go. 9 of Swords. 9 of Swords.
Oh yeah.
That too. Show them that.
Yeah.
Oh my. Okay, here we go. There you go. When you experience a realization of just how horrible a situation has become, the 9 of Swords will appear in your reading. This is the card of waking up from a nightmare, but all too often it is the card that reveals our miscalculations and vices that have made this nightmare all too real in our waking life. A person sitting up in bed in the dark of night. Let's suppose that this is you. Your hands are over your face. Your legs are covered by a quilt, which is decorated in a checkerboard floral arrangement. On the black wall of the bedroom float 9 swords. Their handles line up above the pillow of the bed. They all extend beyond the frame of the card. None of their points are visible. It is as if the scene has captured the moment this person woke up from a bad dream, sat up and threw her hands over her face. I called you a she. Over her face in the realization that she was living a nightmare. The checkerboard pattern of the quilt implies that the person has been playing a game, covering herself in a strategy that has obviously failed. The flowers of the quilt alternate with squares that feature symbols of the zodiac. The metaphor of the quilt covering this person was the certainty that she could see the future when she did not even understand her own nature. The swords are floating above her consciousness.
Wait, read that last part about the nature.
The metaphor of the quilt covering this person was the certainty that she could see the future when she did not even understand her own nature. The swords are floating above her consciousness, and the fact that they do not have their points illustrated in the picture indicates that the trouble this person is in has not yet been resolved. This is the card that underscores one's state of hysteria regarding just how bad things are about to get and knowing one's actions are to blame. There's no way to nicely say it. The Nine of Swords is just about as bad a card as you can draw from the tarot deck. It is a card that confronts you to accept responsibility for your actions, even as it refuses to divulge the impact these sins will have. Wow, it's the worst card in the deck.
Wow. I got the worst card in the deck.
Worst card in the deck for the present. What's going on right now?
Oh,
Okay, here we go. Present position. In the present position, the Nine of Swords underscores the stress under which you are currently afflicted. A recent death or loss can bring this card about as a manifestation of your inner pain. The swords pointing off the card here reinforces that no firm direction is known when one is lost in agony. Alright, well that's it. That's all it says about that.
Wow.
What does that mean though? Do you feel this bad? Is this how you feel right now? Feeling that shitty?
Yeah, I've been feeling bad lately, but I bet that's why I went back to AA.
Nah.
Because I thought my question was about AA and just how it was gonna go in general.
Your question was
so
about
this,
AAs.
but this seemed more like streaming,
By
right?
your audience.
Because I just
But maybe this
just
was
built the studio and
Sure.
everything.
But this could also be talking about the people you share at your AA meetings.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
I mean,
but I know, but it didn't seem that way. But maybe I was thinking that too. Maybe because what was it saying about the people?
It was saying like you felt isolation from not understanding why they gave you attention.
I felt isolation from not understanding why they gave me attention.
Yeah. That's what I said.
Huh. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
maybe.
what does that mean in the context of the
Maybe.
AA? Maybe it was like you weren't using it. You were using it in a way that was maybe selfish or something, or something. You know what I mean? You're using it in a. I don't know. Something to think about. Oh, but this one sounds. Oh, listen to this one. This one's on for the day. It's not really a surprise if you're ready for it, but the Four of Wands is the tarot's way of letting you know there's a surprise on the way, and that you are going to be overjoyed by it. Woo! Under a golden sky stands a structure of 4 large wooden walking sticks or wands set in the ground, standing and joined at the top by a blossoming garland. The structure is alone, isolated in the foreground. Off in the distance are the city walls and watchtowers of a luxurious fortress. Coming from this secure location are robed celebrants approaching the structure, holding bouquets of flowers. Beyond these celebrants, outside the walls of the city, other people can be coming or going. The structure made of wands resembles a chuppah. This is a traditional canopy under which Jewish marriages are consecrated. Here, I think you gotta find a Jewish girl. Here, the canopy is replaced by an open-air boundary of greenery and flowers. This symbolizes the non-exclusive nature of the Four of Wands. There is a happiness and contentment to this card that exists beyond one's ethnic or cultural identity. The city walls indicate that the peace and security provided by the structures in our life have made a pleasant surprise possible. These may be from our own hard work, a run of luck, or some associations with friends and family, but no matter the roots, the tangible experience of joy is upon you when this card appears in your tarot reading. The pair of celebrants represents coming excitement. Wands represent creative potential, and the blossoming structure they form shows the time is ripe to receive a reward for the breakthrough you have made or about to make. The celebrants are those who will be there to share it with you. The people walking, the ham squad, the people walking about the city walls are a reminder that in joy, as in tragedy, life goes on and things will return to normal at some point. It is unwise to feel entitled to joyous rapture on a regular basis. Okay, so future. It's always good news ahead when the Four of Wands is in the future position of your reading. This is a signal of 2 things. The first is that the future forecast is coming pretty soon. In the next few months at the latest, many tarot readings feature a future forecast that will dominate the next few years of the rest of your life. The Four of Wands is not the card of an indeterminate future. The second thing represented by this card is in this position is a joyous moment that you would never have predicted. For most of us, happiness occurs in hindsight. We recall good times and being happy regardless of whether or not we were bored or anxious at that time. There are precious few moments in life when we are truly happy and cognizant of that feeling as it is happening. The Four of Wands will not reveal the specifics of what is about to make you happy, but it does let you know that a surprise is coming. How big of a surprise? Big enough that even though you know it's coming, the surprise will still surprise you.
Yay!
Yay! So there's a big old surprise in AA.
I love surprises.
Especially in AA. Since that was your question.
Yeah.
So something will come out of, maybe you'll find love.
Maybe.
Maybe that'll be love. That'll be, and that's
Maybe
you.
love.
That could be you and her. It
Yeah.
could be you and a nice Jewish girl. Maybe you're gonna meet a nice Jewish girl at AA.
Yeah.
And you're gonna build a chuppah together.
Yeah. I
And
think that's
what's
gonna
gonna happen.
Yeah.
That's what's gonna happen.
Maybe.
And right now you're all like, oh, boo-hoo me. I fucking suck or whatever. But then once you go, you'll see, it sounds like it's a good decision, regardless. According to the devil cards, we
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I mean,
AA's. I just started going back to AA, and it's like, it's kind of amazing how you feel at those meetings, because you're around a bunch of other people that are trying to better themselves, seeking God and bettering themselves. So when you're in a group of people like that, it's like,
feels good.
it was like so peaceful, like at the meeting the other day.
Yeah, I mean, you can see why
It's like near the beach, and like everyone's like going around sharing, and I'm just sitting there like, man, I really feel good right now.
Yeah, it makes sense. I mean, it's just community, basically, right? It's
Yeah,
like a form of
yeah.
and it's a gathering for a reason that isn't like money or
Something
sports
selfish.
or like
something.
something,
something-
it's like something that's
yeah,
like
it's something
gainful.
virtuous.
Yeah, sure. I mean, that's why people used to go to church and shit, right? Like people used
Yeah.
to go gather to talk about the spirit,
Yeah.
not talk about like things.
And it's like, I grew up, well, I grew up hating church and everything, and then I did a bunch of acid, and I became a born again Christian. But then and then I went away from it again, and I kind of like rejected God. But it's like, even if you're not part of whatever religion, if you're going around that group of people, it makes you feel good, because they're all going there
yeah.
for that, like you said.
Yeah, it feels
for
good.
that- for that reason. So
I think there's some things that
I
people
kind of had that epiphany lately, even though it's not like a fucking mystery or big,
right.
but like I just kind of was like, oh, okay, like I kind of need this kind of shit.
Yeah, everybody does. I mean, we all
Yeah,
need
yeah,
something like to find meaning.
yeah.
Uh,
But yeah, I always try to do it on my own, because I grew up alone, so I've always like my mom's friend used to babysit me when I was a teenager, but she would like look after me because my mom was always working, and she was like, she used to go to church, and she had a big family. She's like, every activity you do is a solo activity. Like, I played guitar, and like I had animals. I basically do the same stuff that I do now. But she noticed that. I thought about that. I'm like, yeah, that's
I think that's also
Kinda-
like you're
kinda
an
hit me.
only child, right?
yeah, only
I
child.
think
Yeah,
that's part of it too.
kind of hit me. So like as an only child, you have to like make an extra effort to
Like
To-
entertain yourself or
to do stuff with people,
Right.
to include people, or yeah, because you're just so used to just, when you have a brother or sister, you're forced to
you have to share.
and then you kind of like you grew up with it, and then you get comfortable like being,
yeah.
with a sibling.
And it's more normal. I mean, that is the way we used to be, right?
Yeah,
Right,
it's only
'cause-
recently.
Yeah,
It's only
children,
recently
right,
we're
right.
all like this
Yeah.
now. Now it's a totally new thing.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, that's why I think so many people are unhappy, and then they find happiness in community.
yeah, yeah. That's why people are on Twitch a lot, and people will just watch people play games on Twitch
Right.
because it feels like you're with somebody. You're
Yeah,
like
even
there-
the
you're
illusion
there
of-
while they're playing the.
Like,
playing
even the
game.
illusion of being watched is enough, right? Like,
Yeah, even
thinking that someone's
Yeah,
there is
yeah,
enough to
yeah,
feel
even-
like, oh yeah.
even that is like even that.
Yeah, that's why you go insane when you get stuck in solitary confinement.
Yeah,
That's why people
that makes
go
sense.
nuts.
Yeah,
because
yeah.
You need other people.
You need someone to watch you.
You need. Well, I think you can't feel like an individual until you see it through another person.
Yeah,
Unless you start going crazy, you start spiraling out of control.
yeah. You feel like you're nothing
Yeah, it's like,
when you're not.
and it makes sense because we're all born from like a mother. Like we're all, you know, what I
Yeah.
mean? We didn't like just come out of nowhere. Like all of
Yeah.
us have to have another human being to live.
Yeah, and we need that human for a really long time.
Yeah.
Because
like,
it takes
for
us
years.
so long to develop, like longer than any other animal.
Yeah.
We have to be taken care of,
Yeah.
you know, at least till we're preteen or something, at the least.
Yeah, like 10 or something. Yeah.
Yeah,
almost
at the-
10 years,
at the
basically,
least.
8. Yeah.
You'd be able to like catch a mouse to eat. Or
Well, I'm sure back then kids were doing stuff younger. Like they were probably 5 and 6 when they were starting to do stuff on their own. But yeah,
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, they
Right.
did everything
yeah, 'cause
younger.
they catch.
Yeah,
things,
yeah, because it
yeah.
was tougher, so you
Yeah.
had to. Yeah, I have a Jew.
A Jew? Oh, from your reading.
Oh yeah.
That might be the key to his happiness.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, the meetings I go to are like close to Beverly Hills, the West Hollywood Recovery
There you
Center.
go.
So it's a lot
I
of
think there's a lot
there's a lot of stuff going on over there.
Yeah.
I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
There's a lot of gay people.
Wow.
It's like
Makes sense.
it was like I really noticed it. Like how many gay people
Like
there
how
were.
gay it was.
How
It's
gay
like,
it
so
was.
gay. Why is this so
Like-
gay, guys? And then you're like, oh, I'm in West Hollywood.
And I was talking to Chala, and she said she wanted to go to an Al-Anon meeting, and I looked it up, and the only one they have is a gay one there. So it's like it's pretty gay over there.
Very gay.
But
well, I think there's a lot
The
of
log
toxic
cabin
abuse
across the street. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I think the log cabin across the street isn't as much, but like I think the guys in recovery, in the actual like rehab, I
Uh-huh.
think there's a lot of gay guys.
A lot of gays.
A lot of gays in
Oh,
recovery.
wow. A lot of gays in recovery.
There are. My friend Rob Conroy told me he went to rehab and he was the only one not Jewish in the rehab.
Wow.
Yeah,
A lot of Jews and gays.
a lot of Jews and gays. Yeah,
Wow. Yeah.
in
Wow.
rehab. So.
Heard it here first. If you're looking for a gay or Jew, rehab's where you go.
They have a lot of them.
Yeah, if you're looking for any,
Yeah. Yeah, you can get them there for sure.
it's like a dime a dozen. Like,
Yeah.
it's almost like it's almost comical how Jewish and gay they are. There's
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
yeah, you're almost like what?
It's like
Am I in a sketch? Is this a sketch?
I know
show?
it seems like a play. Yeah, a
Yeah,
sketch.
play-
Like
yeah,
a,
did somebody write this?
like someone was filming it or something.
You're in a prank. You're
Yeah,
being
it was a prank.
Maybe you
yeah.
are. Would it
It's
be
like-
funny if you found out all your AA sessions are actually pranks that they're gonna cut together, like
Oh my
Like a
god, I would
blooper reel.
love that so much. I'd be like, oh,
oh my god,
Oh my
that's
God.
hilarious.
Maybe that's a surprise.
And
For
look
my-
how happy you were. Look how happy you were when you they I think that's what happens when they show you. They're like, surprise! This whole thing has been a joke, and then you're like, oh my god, oh my god, right? You're so happy.
Yeah, yeah.
You went to AA just for it to be
Just
part of a
be
show.
part of some stupid show.
Yeah, just a blooper reel show
Just a-
that they're.
Yeah.
We're like, are you guys actually in recovery? And they're like, no. Are you even gay? We're like, no.
It's like America's Funniest Home Video. It's like,
Then you're like, are you guys Jewish? And then they're like, wait, aren't you? And then they all stare at you.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Heck yeah,
Duh. Of course, totally Jewish fan.
Yeah.
See? Oh, I hate Palestine. Sorry,
Yeah,
how much you
yeah.
Hate
Hate
Palestine.
Palestine.
They suck.
Yeah, I'm so
Go-
happy
Go
when they
Jews.
moved the Jerusalem place.
Yeah, we got it. It's ours,
Yeah,
right,
it's
guys?
ours,
Right?
yeah.
And you fist pound everybody. Yeah.
Woo!
Jerusalem.
Yeah.
Jerusalem.
Jews, baby.
Right?
Jerusalem.
Jerusalem. Yeah. Fist pound each other more.
Yeah, yeah.
Right.
Okay.
All right. Well, I don't know if that'll get you banned. You think you'll get banned for talking about Jews?
I
I
don't
didn't
know.
say anything bad. We're just saying.
Yeah, we didn't say anything bad,
I don't
but
think we said any good either. But
you never know because everything's so sensitive. So it's
everybody
like,
says you can't even say the word Jew.
yeah, if you say, yeah, I have no idea what'll get me banned. Honestly, I just think
What about
I think
can a
anything
man
could.
be a woman?
Yeah, I think that'll get you
We have to answer.
banned.
What's the answer?
Yeah, yeah, a man can be a woman.
There
of
you
course.
go. So then that's how you don't get banned.
Yeah, I get
Right?
unbanned.
You have to be like a woman is a man. There you go. And then they'll be like, okay, you can stay. Cool. You can't be like,
Yeah,
no,
well,
there's women and
of
men.
course, a woman's a man.
Of course, a
mean,
woman is a.
Of course, a man can be a woman and a woman can be a man. You know, we're creative beings. We can make ourselves into whatever we like.
We could be God. We are gods. We can play God.
We can be
Be
God.
God.
We can,
We
yeah,
can actually take over God. We could actually be
Yeah,
like,
we
fire God. Like, fire him. Be
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Your services are no longer needed.
right.
We
right.
got it. We got it all.
We
We
got
got
it.
this.
We got it
it
now.
all. We know.
Yeah.
We know everything. We know everything.
That's
It's like, what you want?
that's just science, right?
Science is what lets us know that we know everything. Even though we don't know it, we believe that they do.
Yeah,
Yeah, so that's all that.
that's all that matters.
And so it doesn't really matter if you.
I don't need to see the data as long as I know the scientist is smart.
Right. And it doesn't matter if the scientist is telling you there's no men or women. That's what the scientist is telling you.
Yeah. What the scientist.
So you just follow the.
You have to
science.
believe in science,
You have to believe in it hard.
whatever that means.
You have to,
I-
well,
I
it means
mean-
whatever they say, you believe it.
Yeah, yeah. Whatever they say, you believe it because they did a research project.
I mean, it doesn't matter if they did or not,
Yeah, that's true.
right? Like, it's not like
Yeah.
you're qualified.
I guess as long as it's in a science article.
I think as long as they just
What
tell you,
qualifies it?
yeah, they tell
If
you.
it's in an article and it says
the news says it.
if the news says
It's real. It's true.
it's true.
Even if the news walks it back. Maybe like can't be perfect.
Yeah, it's funny. I went to Sal's and we were talking to like the waiter there, and he was just repeating everything off the news and then saying it was science. And I could clearly see that's what he did. He had
Watch
he
the
had
news
watched the
and was
news,
like, it's science.
and then he said the science says.
Right.
And I'm like, oh man, that's just what everyone. It's just what everyone does.
Well, it's just they just replace religion with science. So
Yeah,
instead of believing
So-
there's a God outside of you that you're held accountable to, now you can believe that the God is us.
yeah. The God is us, and
we do what we want. We can reshape humanity how we see fit. We can live forever. We can,
Well, if you prove a theory, even a proven theory isn't necessarily.
Yeah, well, there's no such thing as proof.
We keep finding things out.
Well, there's no science can. There's no such thing as proof in science. You can only just confirm.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? There's no way to actually prove anything because probability-wise, it could also be chance or something else could happen. So you just have to prove that it's not chance. That's the only thing you can prove, that it's statistically not chance. That you know what I mean? But you can't be like, there's nothing in science that says like this is this. The only thing in science that does that is math. It's like hard logic. It's pure like 1 plus 1 equals 2. Like that's
math,
just
yeah.
it. But everything
else
because there's too many variables.
is a theory.
Everything has a theory that is tested, and then once you test it, you have a result. But then that result has to be tested by everybody else in order to be confirmed.
That's right. Yeah.
They have to be able to disprove what you say.
Right.
So if you came out and you were like, I think water can become a gas, like, you know what I mean? Like, and this is why, because when I boil the water, it fucking disappears and goes gas. And then somebody else has to be like, well, I think I could disprove that theory, try to run the experiment, and then see if the results are the same or not. And then the more and more people who do it, the more and more likely it is that experiment result is reality. Right?
Yeah.
But there's nowhere along the way where anybody says this is actually it. It's just probability.
Yeah.
So it's very more likely than not that this is true. But one day someone could come and find out that it's not true. You know, they could discover something. And
yeah.
That's the whole point of science.
That's what happens in science.
Yeah, it's supposed to be disproved. So there's no such thing.
That's what's happened all throughout history, is that they've had these theories that were proven,
where they were tested.
And then we've learned,
the only reason they're proven is they're tested.
Right, they were tested.
So anytime anybody comes out and says, no, the science is settled, that's actually the opposite of science. You're supposed to actually question science. Right. So that's why science based on consensus isn't a real thing. So when they say like 99% of the scientists believe in climate change or whatever, that's not actually science. It doesn't matter if 99% of them believe that, water was a metal, right? If they believe something wrong, it's wrong. It doesn't matter if a billion people believe a wrong thing, it's still wrong. Right. It's just... So just because they all believe it doesn't mean it's true. Marion? Right.
Yeah, I don't see how climate change could be anywhere from proven. There are only 2 genders, and Michelle has a ginormous cock.
There are only 2 genders, and Michelle has a ginormous cock. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, no argument here.
Yeah, because because the ozone layers have healed, the ozone holes have healed.
Right.
But I don't know enough about it.
The ozone thing repaired itself. The ice levels are actually the same. There's still the same amount of glaciers.
They are?
As there were in the 70s.
Because those are supposed to be melting.
Yeah, remember they were supposed to be all gone by now.
And they were not. They're not melting.
It actually got colder when we didn't expect it.
It did.
Yeah, it did. And if you look at other measurements that don't follow the narrative, you'll see that like we're at the greenest point we've been in a very long time. Like trees have been planted more in the past 100 years than ever.
Really?
Yeah, we're actually at a very green. We've actually had the least amount of climate deaths in history. Like it's actually going down, the amount of people dying from climate.
Yeah, you said. Yeah, I remember.
So it's getting more and more. Mostly because people are getting richer. People are getting more stuff, so it gets easier to survive climate because you have air conditioning.
Okay.
That's what was killing people.
But I don't know. It seems I don't know. I don't know what to believe, because it seems like the scientists there'd be more. I don't know.
Well, I think the problem with science, one of the things that COVID exposed, is that if you're not part of the consensus view of science, you're ostracized. People say that you're a denier.
That's
right.
That's
you're
right.
A class,
That's
you're
right.
A denier. You're this, even though.
And you're saying you don't get funding too.
And then you're gonna get the
you don't
money.
Get the
you
funding.
Get published. You don't get funding.
So that's why. That's what I was looking for.
There's an incentive.
So you're ostracized, and you won't get the funding.
Yeah.
So that's probably why we're not seeing a lot of scientists
counter
to the narrative. The narrative, because
well,
when I took my environmental science and policy class, it was so convincing, the climate argument, but I also noticed that it was just so overwhelmingly
Like
one-sided,
one-sided,
biased.
yeah.
And so that was
Like it's like a red
like
flag.
the yeah, but also the science behind it seemed sound,
Mm-hmm.
but also I'm skeptical. I don't know.
Well, I mean, I think that's the issue is that, like, I think when it comes down to it, they don't know.
You guys were asking what you couldn't say.
I was just listing the things you couldn't say, like there are only 2 genders, and Michelle has a ginormous cock.
Oh.
Just saying things you couldn't. That we would get banned for.
Oh, banned on here, yeah, okay.
Back when we were talking about bannable things.
Oh yeah, I don't. If I get banned, man, that's. I mean, I'll be sad about it,
It's a
but
ham ban, you know. It's just. What
Yeah,
happens
I'm
when
not-
you're in a ham, dude.
I don't want to come on here and be offensive.
He's not trying to offend anybody, but
Yeah.
he's also not going to be a little girl about it. Okay, so that's just how it is. Science, yeah, man, science. Well, the whole point is, if you have a science book that tells you can't question this, that's basically religious text. It's not. The whole point
Yeah.
of science is like, this is what we think, and this is how we could disprove that. So we're gonna keep doing
Yeah.
experiments to try to disprove. Like, you want to try to disprove.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you want. You don't want. That's just like. It's
I
really
think
like.
I think the best thing the book said is that they haven't found a good solution to help the environment as far as renewable energy. Just we don't have a good solution.
Well, there's no solution, but I think they're also overblowing the problem. Like what the problem is.
Yeah, the
you know what I mean?
problem, yeah.
It's like they're like, problem is we're using fossil fuels and it's doing this and this, but we're not seeing those effects.
Yeah.
We're not seeing the caps melt. We're not seeing the sea levels rise. We're not seeing this and this.
Yeah.
So then maybe there isn't this big danger they're talking. You know what I mean? Like maybe there.
Yeah,
I think the
maybe
first
not.
thing you have to prove is that the fossil fuels are causing climate change.
Yeah.
Because that's the thesis, right? That's why we got to get rid of them.
Yeah,
because they're
and I'm
causing so much
skeptical. I'm
damage.
skeptical on that.
I am too, because I think there are ways you can look in the past and see that more carbon was emitted into the atmosphere from like volcanoes and shit than we ever did, right?
Oh, yeah.
Like, I mean, we've had periods
Yeah.
of incredible global warming and cooling.
Right.
We've seen it all.
Yeah.
We've seen all this shit, so
That's
we know it
happened
happens.
on its own
Yeah, it
without
happened
any
without us.
people.
Yeah, and the other thing would be I've heard people say is that like we're all talking all about global warming, or whatever, but at any moment we could actually go into global cooling because we are actually technically in an ice age. We're in a warm period of an ice age. That's why we were able to have agriculture and things like that.
Right,
But
right.
if that goes cold, like you can't grow anything. Fucked. Like,
Yeah.
you want it hot. It's better to be hot than cold because if
Yeah.
it goes cold, then we die. Like it's famine.
We'll die.
Yeah, because you can't grow crops. You can't grow.
Yeah.
People starve. So
And
you
if
actually,
it's hot, the dinosaurs will take over again.
yeah, they'll come in ships. Come. Well, if it's hot, there's always going to be a cool place. But if everything's cold, it's going to be much harder to find a warm place.
Yeah, yeah,
You know
yeah.
what I mean, like no matter what, there'll always be someplace temperate.
Yeah,
hot, but-
the Earth just becomes a ball of ice.
Yeah, I mean that's happened.
Yeah,
We've gone through ice ages.
yeah, ice age.
Which is
Yeah,
how we have glaciers and shit,
yeah,
or polar
Yeah.
bears.
yeah,
The
yeah.
only reason polar bears are white is because we're in the middle of an ice age. So they're
Yeah.
actually like grizzly bears.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Yeah, there's I was watching something in the
Oh, who's this? Matumbo 554 says, I get epileptic reactions from your background. Could you maybe change it?
okay.
Is this really Matumbo, or
Yeah.
is this Nicole?
Yeah, I'll change
Nicole acting like she's an African. Wow, that's amazing. You could type that while you're having an epileptic fit, which I think that's more power to you, Matumbo.
I don't want to cause any epilepsy here, alright?
Oh, Matumbo 55420.
Oh, 55420. Hell
blaze
yeah,
it up,
dude.
bro.
Fuck
Blaze
yeah.
up, Matumbo.
Dude, I love
Twitch
my
user. It's a Twitch user, right? That's a Twitch user.
Yeah, that's a Twitch guy, dude.
Dude, we fucking changed the background just for you, buddy. I hope you are epileptic. I hope you have a stick in your mouth or a belt, some kind of, or maybe you could wrap a fork with a belt and put it in your mouth, right?
Yeah.
Isn't that what they do with epileptic
Yeah.
Shove something in your mouth so you don't swallow your tongue.
Yeah, so you don't swallow your tongue.
Swallow your
man.
tongue. Shove. So hopefully you
So
are now
yeah,
able to
hopefully you
take
had
the
that, yeah.
stick out of your mouth.
Yeah, you can take it out now.
Oh, okay.
All right,
All
well,
right, whoa, all right, well.
I guess
Starting a little
man,
shots fired at
the
Matumbo
F
there.
words in the chat
She
now.
called you a faggot, which
I
I
might have
say?
to delete that.
Oh,
one
I don't
now.
think. Oh, I can't.
Oh, I might have
You can't say that. It's censored. You're gonna have
block
to.
user.
You're gonna have to block you.
Time
Out.
out.
Oh, June time out. It's the block list. Oh, there's no way of deleting.
Oh yeah, that's funny, huh?
Well, it's on there forever.
Oh man.
It's okay. I mean,
Oh yeah, cause it's restream. Chat, not the Twitch chat. I think you can delete them, but I don't know. I've never had to moderate yet, so I'm new.
Never had a mod. You never had.
I thought it would like auto.
Wild woman.
I think it would like auto moderate.
It's heavy as the head that wears a crown.
Well, it's like if I get the channel taken down because of a word, So.
Whoa, you think they would tell you that the reason? Aren't there like really terrible things on Twitch?
I think
Aren't
they
there,
do.
like,
I think they warn you. I don't know though.
And
I know they warn you for
it's somebody else, right?
license.
Technically,
yeah.
it's a
Yeah.
user.
Yeah, I don't know if I can. Yeah, I wonder
Right?
if
That's
I
not
can.
your fault.
But it'll offend people.
Don't want to offend people.
Yeah, I don't want to.
Rob is very conventional.
Well, if people start getting offended, they'll report and troll and do all kinds of
Like
stuff.
if Matumbo
Like if Matumbo got epilepsy.
or was gay, it's like a
Or
gay
was-
epileptic, and Kitties and Pills basically was like triggered Matumbo to when he was a kid, and they made fun of him for being. They called him like a jitter fag or something. They just called it something that combined epilepsy and being gay. Yeah, like
Oh my god.
like a shaky queer, just something that was like I don't know, like a tremble sexual. I don't know, something like something cruel that kids would come up with to make fun of someone with epilepsy and be gay.
Calling of the herd, baby.
And yeah, I mean, I guess Matumbo. But I think Twitch is sort of kind of caters to that, right? Isn't it kind of?
Yeah, I think Matumbo is probably a younger guy.
Matumbo is probably a very young guy,
Like 13 or 14.
a teenager who has epilepsy, right?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Epileptic, underage person, a
African,
minor,
maybe.
an African minor.
Maybe African American.
I was gonna say maybe a minor, like a literal mining.
Oh,
coltan.
mining coal. Okay.
Yeah, coltan or cobalt, one of the metals we use for the electric
Wow.
cars.
Yeah.
So he's
Wow.
probably a minor. They need little kids.
Wow.
The holes are small.
On Twitch.
Tunnels are tiny. They give him some Twitch time just so that he can work a little harder in the mines.
Wow.
The kids like these Zoomers. They're Zoomers. They fucking.
Oh yeah, Zoomers. Yeah.
They need a screen. Everything they do, you
Yeah.
got pickaxe in one hand, screen in the
God.
other, mining coal tan.
Just use the axe.
to send to the
Get
Chinese.
off your
I know, like you
phone.
could double your
Get off your
productivity.
phone.
Which, ironically, the metals are being sent to China to be turned into phones.
Oh yeah.
Same phones that he's using. To
Oh
pass
man,
the time
that is
away
ironic.
To
He's picking his own technology.
he's
picking
literally
his own
yeah,
phone,
and it's
like,
coming. Yeah, it's
and then
it's
it
in
comes
his
back
hand.
and in his hand.
Right. Yeah, and so he could listen to
His
podcasts.
ancestor like picked that so he could have his phone to pick more
Right.
for
Like,
his
that's the
generation.
circle of life.
He's picking for his generation.
So his children will
His
have
children will have
phones
phones.
made from the coltan that he's, and they have kids young,
Wow.
so probably won't be that long before Matumbo's dad.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he will have.
Yeah, they have kids when they're like 14 or
They're
15.
minors.
Yeah.
You got minors,
Minor
having
minors, having
will become
minor
minors,
children. Minor.
and then they will
Yeah.
themselves have minors.
Jesus. Wow.
She wrote "Mumbo go for a run." Guess it's some kind of Matumbo joke. Oh, you have the chat on the screen. Well,
Oh, where did you? Oh, yeah, it's on.
the chat is on the screen. I got you.
Oh, okay.
Right? Isn't that what's happening?
I get epileptic reactions from your background.
Yeah, we read that out.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it goes up.
But it doesn't have the bottom
Oh,
part.
oh, you know what? It's only Twitch.
Oh, you only get. Oh wow.
I only-
So you won't get banned.
So
Only YouTube will ban you from the value thing.
Oh yeah, okay.
The,
You know what? I should probably fix that. There's probably a way to link both account chats. I don't know. Maybe I think I already researched that and I couldn't figure it out.
I like to pretend because there's like that we're staring at. The chat is actually ceiling, so that we can actually see the chat. I mean, we can up there, but just
What do you mean we're?
because it looks like on camera we're looking off camera at the ceiling.
Oh yeah.
Like especially from the top camera, it looks like we're looking.
Oh, that's weird. Yeah.
So it's like.
Well,
So
I
if you had
wonder
another camera pointing at what
the
we're looking
camera
at.
must be reversed, huh?
Well, most camera.
Because the
bed's on the right. on
it's
the side.
reversed, isn't it?
It is. Yeah, but that's how the yeah, see, because it's on my insignia's on the right.
But that's how
Okay.
that's how it is. It's just cameras reverse things. I guess.
Not all the time.
I'm new to cameras.
Well, no, I think if there's a setting, you could do it so.
because
it's
they're
not-
both the same way.
Well, yeah, because when you're looking, if you're over here looking, this way the bed's on.
Oh yeah, okay. But it's weird when you're looking at it.
Man, what? How did we end up in this flipped around room, man? Bed's up there, but it's up there on the screen, man. It's on this side here. Been up there, it's over there, man. What's happening? It's reversed. Everything's reversed, man. Yeah. Well, that's what happened. That's why when you're they write ambulance backwards on their in the front of the ambulance, so that when you look in the rearview mirror, you're not going.
Okay.
You're not going. Equal. And you end up crashing.
Oh, I
Trying to
didn't.
read
I
the
never knew that.
yeah,
Okay.
Ambulance backwards. So
It's
that
written
when
back.
you
I'm
look
gonna
at-
have to check
look
out
in
an
the mirror,
ambulance.
so that when
Okay.
you look in the mirror, you can see that it's an ambulance. Even though it kind of looks like one. I don't know why they would need to do that when it's obviously clearly an ambulance. It's not like ambulances can be mistaken for other vehicles, really.
Maybe they just have good attention to detail.
I think
and-
somebody was just like a genius. They were like, what about people looking in their mirrors? And they're like, brilliant.
Yeah, it definitely came from a
And
meeting.
even though somebody
Yeah.
was like, but isn't the ambulance doesn't have sirens and isn't it like look like an ambulance? They're like, shut the fuck up, dude. It's genius. Wow, we've been going for
All right.
almost 4 hours, dude.
Yeah, you want to end it?
Yeah, sure.
okay.
I mean, what is a lot? You've done like an 8-hour one or something
Not with people. This is the longest I've done with people.
with another human being? Wow.
Yeah, but
Wow.
I did one by myself. Yeah, but I didn't chat the whole time. I was
We're
like,
just doing stuff.
I was doing different stuff. I was playing guitar and then chatting and playing games, and then I was watching a movie and with the dogs. So just so did you have any final
Final
words?
words
For
for
you?
the Matumbo and Nicole. Matumbo, I guess hang in there. Epilepsy, I don't know if it gets better. I don't know. I think the gay thing gets better, but I don't know if the epilepsy does, personally.
Yeah, I heard the gay thing is good.
I heard the gay, it gets better when
Yeah.
you're gay. So if you're gay, it gets better. But if you're
Mhm.
epileptic, it could get worse.
I think it gets worse.
I think you could actually die.
Take some Lamictal.
Yeah, or sever your corpus callosum,
Yeah, do
which
that.
is the thing. You have 2 hemispheres of your brain, and there's a little bridge in the middle. They
Yeah.
found that if you sever that, you
Yeah.
can stop epilepsy.
Yeah, do that one.
But the unfortunate thing when you sever it is that you end up having 2 brains instead of 1, so that if you close one eye and you look at something and it's not part of the language center, so I think if it's your right eye, it goes into the left side and left goes into the right side. So one side doesn't do language, right? So if you cut the person's brain in the middle and you go you have them cover the eye where they don't do language, and they go write down what you see. They can't fucking write it down because it's a dip. But if you go, is there a cup there? They'll go, yeah. But then if you tell them to write it down, they can't write it because there's two brains. You actually have two brains.
God.
So one side only controls the writing part, and the other side controls the speaking part. So the speaking part can go, yeah, there's a cup there. But the writing part, because you're blocking the eye, and it can't communicate with each other. They can't. The two sides of the brain can't communicate.
Whoa.
The side that writes will be like, there's nothing there, even though you can say that there's.
You can say that.
You can
there's a
say
cup.
it with showing him the other eye. You can be
can't
like,
write.
there's a cup. But if you cover that, I mean, eventually, I think you can.
You can relearn.
Well, you hear yourself saying it, so I think you kind of start. But it's like they found out that you actually have two brains, and that sometimes one will lie and the other one won't. Like, you know what I mean? One will like say like they'll disagree. So
They'll disagree.
so they really think that your brain is actually two brains
It's two brains.
communicating with each other and coming to one decision. It's using two parts to be like, you know, to figure
Whoa.
out like what is it or
Do
whatever.
animals have that?
So yeah, a lot of animals have. Well, no. It's dolphins. I think maybe chimpanzees. Like only elephants. Like some animals have.
And that's like the split.
It's like when you have the little thing in the middle. You have two
So
hemispheres.
not all animals have two
Yeah.
hemispheres.
Yeah, not all animals have a cerebral cortex.
Oh shit.
You know, the foldy. The whole
Yeah.
thing. They don't have. Some of they're smooth. They're smooth
Oh
brain.
wow.
So it's only the higher mammals that have
No way.
cerebral cortexes. So elephants have one, dolphins, humans, great apes have what you call them, like. And have you seen a dolphin's brain? Dolphin looks like it's got like 4 hemispheres or something. It looks
No
like it's got
way.
like fucking 4 fucking brains, dude. Yeah,
Wow.
it looks crazy.
That's cool.
It looks like it looks like
Probably has a brain just for the communication,
like sonic
the
shit.
echo,
Yeah.
the sonic stuff.
yeah.
Maybe 2 for that. Yeah.
I mean, we have no idea. Yeah. We don't even understand their shit. Like, but we just know that the brains look. If you ever look at a picture, it looks crazy. It looks crazier than a human brain.
You need to eat a different ham snack on each guest stream.
Do you have any ham snacks?
No.
You don't have any ham in the house?
No.
Maybe that's what my missed opportunity card was about.
Yeah, what did you are you gonna try to be aware of
Well,
that?
my question was, how was the stream gonna go? And I guess there's gonna be a missed opportunity at the end of this. Maybe the missed opportunity is
That was your question?
no, that wasn't my question. That would have been funny if that was my question. Yeah, I gave up a good meal. Is what I can.
Oh
Apparently, in the middle of podcast, I'm struggling.
Oh my
In
god.
the middle of podcast here, I'm fighting. I guess it's Nicole and Matumbo too. We're fighting, and at the end, you will offer
No
me a
ham
cup.
snack.
Yeah, I think that was the missed opportunity. Was the ham? That 4th cup is a cup of ham. Obviously, that was. But I missed it. I should have brought it. That's how I missed out on the opportunity of the ham snack, because
Can
I
you
selfishly thought somebody else would have the ham.
Can you both say your favorite
ham dish? Fave ham dish. Oof. What's that thing called? Chicken cordon bleu. It's got ham in it.
Oh yeah.
Right, it's that chicken cutlet, the cheese,
Okay.
and ham in it.
Yeah.
Oh,
That one's
alright,
good.
I like
yeah.
that. There we go. Chicken.
Ham dish. I don't know. What ham dishes are there?
Denver omelet is the only other thing I think
Denver
of as
omelet.
ham.
Yeah.
Features ham.
Yeah,
Aside
that's
from
good.
just ham, you just eat ham usually.
Yeah, I like
sliced
baked. Yeah.
big baked ham.
Baked
You
ham.
cut it. Oh, chala. Taking it on air.
Take it.
It's up to you.
Hey, how's it going? Okay, they're at your place.
I've been listening for 2 hours.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, I'll go walk them later.
Alright.
All right.
Thanks,
Thanks, bye. You want me to watch the dog? It sounded like she was washing dishes in a restaurant.
Oh, I thought she was watching the stream and telling you that. It's like, hey, you guys better not have
Eat
ham.
ham.
Better not be eating ham in that
You
apartment.
better not.
It was strictly a no. On the lease, it says no ham or ham-related content. Better not be making ham-related media.
Oh man.
Oh, ham. Yeah.
Yeah, I close everything down.
Shut everything down.
Shut it all
no
down.
Ham. Can you both say your favorite? Well, there you go. He said he didn't actually say ham.
I like the baked
He likes baked ham.
with the
I
pineapple
pick
and the
chicken cordon
cherry.
bleu. I do actually
The
like
glaze.
chicken.
Do
cordon.
you?
Well, the ham in it is interesting. It's a.
We used to eat it a lot in the Coast Guard.
It seems like
'Cause
a.
they, like that Cisco company
Uh-huh.
would
Make
like
'em.
have them already made and then.
I ate a lot of like TV dinners growing up, so. It was
Oh,
chicken
yeah,
cordon bleu,
yeah.
Salisbury steak.
Yeah,
Turkey,
that's right.
like a Thanksgiving type turkey dinner. Or
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah. Did you ever eat the Hungry Man ones?
Yeah, the fried
Dinners?
chicken, Hungry Man fried chicken.
Yeah,
corn
with the
and corn,
brownie.
apple, or apple cobbler. Yeah, it's either
Oh,
apple
yeah,
or
okay.
brown. Yeah, little
Yeah,
dessert
yeah.
on the side. Yep. Ate a lot of Hungry Mans. Ate a lot of Stouffer's pizzas. It's like the
Yeah,
kind of shit you
Stouffer's
eat.
Pizza. Yeah, wow, yeah.
Remember those?
I remember those.
I
Yeah.
mean, like the before Hot Pockets, though. Like I didn't have Hot Pockets, but I had Stouffer's pizza, the French bread pizza, whatever they put in the
Yeah.
little thingy to crisp it.
I got Hot Pockets. I think it was like 1989 or
They started coming out. Yeah, I didn't really get a lot of Hot Pockets.
and I had oh my god, I had the ham one was the first
The
one I
ham,
had
Hot Pocket
and I
ham
got
cheese?
sick. I
Ah.
got sick bad.
That's not.
I
can't
got
be
like
your
food
favorite.
poisoning.
Is that your? That can't be your favorite ham dish.
No.
I like a good the fuck is it called? It's like prosciutto, but it's Spanish.
Oh,
Uh,
prosciutto is really good.
It's like a same deal. It's like a cured ham.
It's like a cured
Yeah, it's
ham.
really good.
Yeah.
Thinly sliced. Really good stuff. Pork in general.
Barbecued pork.
Love a good barbecue
Yeah.
pork. Pork ribs.
My
Really good pork.
my grandfather used to all the time they'd just day drink and they'd get a pig and cut it and like butterfly a pig and then just they'd have a big pit, like a big metal
Yeah. Like a,
enclosure on
Uh-huh.
top of a pit with a spit and they lay
just
the
fucking-
pig on the spit and then just put it skin down
Oh, I got you.
and
All right.
just let it
crackle.
let it cook on the skin
Wow, they didn't
side.
even skin it. They just burned the hair off, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And then they can cook it right on that skin
Yeah.
and then they just pour the basically it's just a vinegar, a
Mhm.
simple vinegar,
yeah.
salt and pepper
Yeah.
barbecue sauce.
Yep.
And then they just drink and then you can just eat from the
Just
pig
take chunks off the pig.
like, all day long.
Pretty good. It's not bad.
And it's so good.
I'm sure.
A slow cooked pig like
Oh,
that
hell yeah.
with the wood. Oh,
Oh, pig. It's delicious. It's a delicious animal.
delicious pig.
Delicious pig. So delicious.
All right, dude.
Well, that was great.
thanks for coming on the
Thanks
stream.
for having me on the ham
and
cast.
we'll see the ham squad later. And thanks for
Squad.
watching.
Thank you, ham school.
Don't forget to follow before you go.
Don't forget to follow
Follow.
Delectable Ham on.
Click the little heart on Twitch.
Follow him on
Delectable
Twitch.
Ham on Twitch.
Delectable Ham on Twitch. Delectable Ham on Facebook. Delectable Ham on Twitter. Delectable Ham on YouTube. Delectable Ham on TikTok. I bet there's
Yeah.
Delectable. I bet
And
he's got a
Discord.
TikTok, Discord. Make sure you
And-
get on Telegram. Make sure you get on
Bumble.
Bumble. Make sure you get on
LinkedIn.
LinkedIn. Make sure you get on
WhatsApp.
WhatsApp.
What's up?
Get on BitChute. Make sure you
BitChute,
get on
BitChute. Cash App.
Cash App and on Locals. You make sure you get on, everything. Get on all the platforms.
Get
You
on
gotta
every
every
platform.
single platform. You can get on. That way, you can't get deplatformed.
That's
If you
right.
have a million platforms. It doesn't
Yeah,
matter how many they did.
It doesn't
You're gonna be
matter.
on
You
another
can take.
one.
I'll be
Yeah.
on. I'll go to the next one.
Try to cancel me now. I'm on 5 other platforms. You can't cancel me.
That's right.
Just think you can
So
cancel.
get on it, squad. Get on.
Get on that. Make sure you follow Rob on the aforementioned things. It's good.
Thank-
I think that's a good.
thanks,
That's a good promo copy.
Yeah.
Okay, we're stopping now.
We're stopping.
Preparing to stop. Thank you for. We're stopping.